so easy as we are getting today. Maharaj praised me, my effort, and show me how to serve Srila Prabhupada with love and dedication. Maharaj made me bureau member in 1985. The fight has begun with Kirtananand Maharaj. So somebody had to be, I have my nature of fighting. So he put me in front. And I was vice president also. So some legal paper were there, and I was signing D.N. Das, short name. He told me, for any legal paper, never sign short. Always sign your full name. I just remember. So he taught me everything, and he gave his love and care. When just like growing a child, when a child, father brings trophy to him to give something, and then slowly brings some books, and after some time when the child becomes bigger, then he doesn't have to give anything but only direct. So there are a lot of detail I can go on, but I don't want to take everybody's time. I mean many devotees are there. Now I'll just read second paragraph of my, only 3 paragraphs. Maharaj set a perfect example for us. He is a dedicated follower of Srila Prabhupada, making sure that Srila Prabhupada's body, Iskcon, remains safe against all ups and downs. A humble servant. In his life, he never did any Vaishnava aparad. Even something happened by mistake, 3 times I will say sorry. I never saw him raising hand on anybody, beside only once. And that was, we had one scientist, what was his name?
Star, Henry Star?
No, scientist in Bombay from Baba. Patala Bihari, ladka. Anyway, so one Western devotee, German devotee, he beat him like anything, and blood was coming from his nose. Maharaj came out, and Maharaj saw, he couldn't tolerate, and he slapped that German devotee. And by that time I also came there. I was ready to take on him, fight, but Maharaj saw me and he pulled me. So only one time I saw him fight, giving a slap. I saw him crying, not one time, many times, but never complained to anyone. Accepted as Krishna's mercy and did. A wise leader to adjust all difference of opinion, to carry out the mission, and a trusted teacher. We learn so much just by observing him. Once, when he became Guru, we gave him 2 rooms, room number 407, 408. So he gave me all his letters. I used to make disciple for him. There are no disciple those days. So Prasanatma and me, we had this thing, each one teach one kind of. So I was, going over his letters. He gave me all the letter to put year-wise. I am still looking for, I couldn't find that letter. One letter Prabhupada had written so nicely, so lovingly to him, to Gopal Krishna Maharaj, that all these Western boys and girls, they have helped me a lot. They are helping me a lot, but I do not know how long they will stay with me. They have habit to change their job, change their wife, change their home. But you, please always stay and push the movement of Lord Chaitanya. I kept asking about that letter. Maharaj simply smiled. He never gave that letter. I'll ask Rishi Kumar if they can find out from that letter box. His service for Srila Prabhupada in Iskcon are unparalleled. NCR community is a shining example. Connecting locals through temple program, house program, dramas, theater, shows, animation, book distribution, connecting national political leader and town people through imagining relationship. He built beautiful temple. Iskcon Kanpur is also built under his direction. Rohini temple is another brilliant construction. His zeal for book distribution for no match in the whole universe. And he inspired and created wonderful new leaders. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, बजा लो ताली क्या तकलीफ है. He reasons ill who tells the Vaishnava die when thou art living still in sound. The Vaishnava die to live, and living try to spread the holy name around. While we are sad about his passing, let us remember his teachings and try to live by them every day. That way we keep his presence shining bright in our life. Maharaj, as usual, I promise you, I served you, I am serving you, and I will serve you till my last breath. As Vasu Goswami Prabhu was saying, that when he came to Dehradun, he called many people. Dasavatar also called me, and Maharaj wants to talk. So he asked me, should I come or not? I have good experience. He will ask always, even coming from Bombay to Delhi or Delhi to Bombay, should I go or not? Always he asks, takes opinion. I said, Maharaj, what does it make a difference if I say you come or not? You will do whatever you want to do anyway. So he said, yeah, I am the host there. I have invited everybody, so I should come now. I said, up to you. And then he said, first day I will attend Zoom, or afternoon I will come. And sure enough, he came. Other thing, our relation with Maharaj, he loved us. We loved him. Toward the end, he wrote a letter that he doesn't want to be chairman. I have the letter because I am the vice chairman. So he wrote the letter not only to me, to whole bureau, that I do not want to be chairman. Please let others do. But even some of our bureau members, they were thinking, yes, maybe Maharaj health is not, why to torture him and all this thing. But toward the end, all the bureau members, they all felt their love surpassed everything that we said no. Everyone voted that yes, he should be our chairman. So his love for us and our love for him has no limit of the bound. I was just talking to Brajari Prabhu that look, if we have accepted his word and accepted his resignation as chairman, what a disgrace would have done. Today all the paper, all the media covers the chairman of Iskcon India passes away. If you are not chairman a day before passing away, would they put that thing? No, no. That would be a greatest disservice we would have done to His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. A year back in Bombay, he asked me about resigning from chairmanship. And he said, this is my desire. Prabhupada passed away as bureau chairman. And I became bureau chairman after he passed away. So this is my desire that I also leave this planet as a chairman. And that became for me Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Karyakhya. And I took it as a mission. No, he should remain chairman till his last breath. I have seen him working to get ADG. Today, whatever Iskcon, as Vasu Goswami Prabhu everybody says, whatever Iskcon is in India, Building you can see, you may not see the, the foundation. So this personality, His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj and Gopal Krishna Maharaj, south and north, there are two foundation pillar or stone that where Iskcon India is built. We can imagine Iskcon in India without His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj and Jayapataka Maharaj. We are only a leaf in the tree. We are green leaf in the tree so long we are connected with the tree known as Iskcon. So Maharaj has written a wonderful will for all his, not only for his disciple, but for all of us. For all of us. Let us cooperate together to serve Srila Prabhupada. Nothing will take with us. Everything will remain here. Only we will take what we do for Srila Prabhupada. Jai His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yes, Sura, I always forget this. It's just besides me. Sura Prabhu, and then Mahaman Prabhu, and then Brajahari Prabhu, and I think His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Swami and Gauranga, and Dairam Prabhu. Yes, yes, you're all lined up. Revatinanda Prabhu is also part. I'm sorry. I'll try to get all the bureau members first because they have a meeting in a little bit more than an hour. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanitirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunitam Yenai Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Gopal Krishna Goswami Iti Namine Prabhupada Sasahitam Ya Prakasha Vitiracha Pratharam Kirtaman Sadu Bhagavat Padaya Te Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavade Pasyati Deshitarine Vanchakalpadruvasya Kripa Sindhuvevacha Patithanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. My koti pranams to all the Vaishnavas here who are assembled in the wonderful courtyard of Krishna Balaram temple, where most of us have been nurtured by hearing, having darshan and so many things in this place. So while you are getting the heat of the sun, please get the cooling of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj's pastimes coming from the mouth of exalted Vaishnavas here. This is the only befitting thing for a person who is suffering in this material world since time memorial. While my seniors have been talking about, sometimes they may have a slip of tongue to talk about the politics of Iskcon, but we must also keep in our mind that we are in Vrindavan. Vapu or Avani, we may commit mistakes, and we may have to come back again, even if we are trying to glorify His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. I never dared ever to speak in front of my spiritual master, but I thank my god brother Janardhan Prabhu to allow me to speak, because I always like to hear more rather than to speak. My Krishna consciousness, I'm speaking this because His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj is not physically with us, but in Vani He will be always eternally with me. I came to Iskcon in 1978. by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada only, not by anybody's preaching. I came to office and I stayed till today. I am in the same office. And thanks to Prasannatma Prabhu, who actually engaged me in physical service in Govinda restaurant. During 1978 to 82, I met many personalities, Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, Kirtananda Swami Maharaj, and so many other people. But nobody could ever dare to engage me in the service of Krishna. But it was only because of Gopal Krishna Maharaj I am here in Iskcon. Since 1978 to 82, I did my devotional service as a professional. I was a filmmaker, my dear brothers and sisters. I was in a Bollywood. My destination was different, but my Gopal Krishna Maharaj changed my destination from a Bollywood person to a spiritual world person. That is because of his prowess. An anecdote I will tell you. He made me to run to barber for 4 times because in 1978 to 82 I was constantly in touch with so many senior devotees of Iskcon, but I never got inspired to take Diksha from any of the persons. It was only when Gopal Krishna Maharaj was designated as an initiating Acharya, initiating Guru, and then Giriraj Swami Maharaj, Sridhar Swami Maharaj, due respect to Prasannatma Prabhu, and other devotees, said that now you should take initiation from Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And I took initiation from Gopal Krishna Maharaj. I was the first batch there. Ganapati Prabhu and myself, we took initiation there. And the journey began from that place, cutting me to size all the time, starting from the hair. I had little Bollywood affinity because I graduated as a filmmaker, and we did a Haridas Thakur film with Haridas Prabhu, Bada Haridas Prabhu. But in due course of a time, that became a history. My titles were clipped by none other than by Narsingananda Prabhu from Los Angeles, and finished that career. And I finished that career then and there. I said that I will never enter Bollywood again, and I will only be, because we created Haridas Thakur film. Anybody who must have seen it on the slow light, Haridas Thakur film, a complete film on pastimes of Haridas Thakur. So that was in that tenor also I did something, but of course Bollywood people knew many things. But hats off to my spiritual master who engaged me in a menial service, and he said that you go to Prasannatma Prabhu, he will engage you in the restaurant. Or my dear friends, we started cleaning the pots and serving the restaurant. It's one side a Bollywood character who had all the glories in his Bollywood work as a film director, film editor, film producer, short filmmaker, is cut to washing the pots and serving the people who are coming to the restaurant and lifting their thalis, because Prasannatma Prabhu will correct me here if I will go off track any place. And we used to lift the thalis, and we used to cook, we used to make chapatis, we used to burn our hands, and we gave it the best whatever we could under his leadership. But all of a sudden he deprived us his association. He left from 83 onwards, and till now we are feeling his separation. From 83 to 86, Srila Prabhupada, in Govinda's restaurant, Maharaj used to supervise everything every time he would come and guide us. And then of course after that, 86 onwards, I have been taking care of Bhakti Kalakshetra, the world's best known cultural center, and I stick to that till today. I'm there trying to serve the culturally people. But of course sometimes people, they don't want to be culturally motivated because everybody wants to enter into Radha Bhav immediately. But what happens when you enter into the Radha Bhav, you will also have to feel that you will fall down. You have to give culture to the people, and the higher intricacies of spiritual life has to be told who are befitting for that. But otherwise, Prabhupada ji said this movement is cultural movement. We have to conquer the whole world culturally. But that was clipped off. I served Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj to build Bhubaneswar temple because Gopal Krishna Maharaj told me that you serve my God brothers. He would never allow me to do anything except to serve his God brothers. And his priority in his life was always his God brothers. And every time, whether it is Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, I became instrumental in helping the Hong Kong Yatra for almost about a decade, did many programs for them. It was only the persuasion of Gopal Krishna Maharaj, you keep on doing that. I helped Sarup Damodar Maharaj to establish Mani Mandir temple by doing a big fundraising program. Like that, I helped His Holiness Kavichandra Goswami Maharaj in Japan and in Africa. We have set up a wonderful temple in Japan and in Africa also. Every time he would tell me to assist my God brothers. This is how I dedicated my life little bit to this place, under his direction. Gopal Krishna Maharaj always wanted me to do something in the office, and I kept on doing. And I was always wanting to see that how can I please my Maharaj by serving Srila Prabhupada in a very big way. I worked hard to get the land in New Bombay, which is almost about 9 acres of land. And my dear friends, it was a great struggle with the government to get this land. And when I got this land, I remember the same bureau wanted to see that the land should be given to somebody else. But there were some wonderful good friends. I will not forget His Holiness, His Grace, Yashomati Nandan Prabhu, and our Bureau Secretary now, he helped. He said that Shankadari Prabhu, he said that the person, if Prabhupada would be there, he would say the person who got the land, he must be given chance to build. Otherwise it was going to some other people. But my dear friends, by the vision of Srila Prabhupada's thoughtful understandings and hearing all this there, we are building this New Bombay project, and it's of its kind. And I stood here to only say that I feel very sad because I could not fulfill the desire of my spiritual master because he wanted it to be immediately opened. But within my core, always I was fearful. When Srila Prabhupada built a wonderful office in Juhu, he could not open it himself. And if we'd like to see if Maharaj has to open it, let it happen by the will of Krishna. But I wanted to see that project should be completely open, and it's an iconic project. I humbly beg you all who are not having any seva, who are loitering here and there in Baba's ashrams for the sake of seva, come to Kharghar. You engage yourself there, because there is no other Baba than Srila Prabhupada. And after that, there is no Baba like Gopal Krishna Maharaj. And if you want to serve, serve Iskcon. Till death, serve Iskcon. Till death, serve Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Such humility personified, you will never find across Iskcon. If Gopal Krishna Maharaj would be here, he would shut my mouth. He would not allow me to speak. But today I stand on my legs to speak what I have to speak. And from on this day onwards, I will keep on speaking about Prabhupada, about my spiritual master, and about all the Vaishnavas here who are sitting there. Srila Prabhupada, as somebody said, that we are not honoring and glorifying the Vaishnavas as we should be. Out there, they are smokers. Out there, they are all nothing. You have still the legacy left, and you must serve them, and so they must serve you back in giving the legacy what they have received from His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Once upon a time, His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, just across the Krishna Balaram temple, he said that your Guru Maharaj is Daksha. He doesn't go to Mathura to meet Narayan Maharaj. He is always here. We have gone to him, but your Guru Maharaj is always sitting in Krishna Balaram temple. That shows his solidarity towards Iskcon, towards Prabhupada. And I don't want to make any offenses. Those Babas who are attracting you with such a vocabulary, that vocabulary is present in Prabhupada's Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and so many things. They are giving initiation, very cheap initiation. Ek mala karo to diksha de do. I would not say on this day, Maharaj is here, Nagendra Maharaj is here, my beloved from my native place, J&K. So many people went to J&K, told them you chant only one round. Aksmat, I was there. I said that how much malas you are chanting? That person said, I'm chanting 108. So when he said 108, I was completely shocked. I said, really? He must be very, very good. Then I asked again, are you chanting 108 malas? No, एक माला में है ना 108 माला होता है ना मन का होता है वो माना करता तो मेरे को गुरुजी ने दीक्षा दे दिया. I don't want to say who said that, but my dear friends, we're so bestowed by special mercy by Srila Prabhupada and His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And he has done wonderful things. He built the Pune temple. Vasugosh Prabhu may not be able to tell that, but he also built Pune temple. The prowess of our young leader is to attract young people. But yes, Pune temple was by his wits and by his every endeavor. Even Baroda temple, sir. Even Ahmedabad temple, sir. Even Surat Mandir also, sir. All these people, even the South India temple, sir. So you may not know that. You asked me that because before you, I went to Baroda, sir. So my humble request is, there are sometimes we forget. We fail to accumulate transcendental words for a transcendental speaker and people. And if you are shirking from such words, that means you are a Kripana. You're a Vaishnava Kripana. You have to glorify. Sometimes we were saying that don't glorify your Guru Maharaj. Why not? Why not? If you are capable, do that. Tanuse, manuse, danuse. Otherwise, even if you have done, it will go again. Yesterday, I was so sorry to see my god brother who was inflated in such a manner that he is the only moon now. And that is Vivek Bindra. And he came yesterday drunk. Because don't lift somebody when he doesn't need the required upliftment. Keep them always down. As my seniors have kept me down on the ground all these years. I'm not a bureau member, I'm not a GBC. But my younger people are all that. Gaurang is my younger, our Dairam is my younger. When I was into Iskcon, he used to come into Jati over there from IIT. So like that, there are so many people. Even from Revati Prabhu, I have seen him all these years. My only humble request is, they are blessed because they have taken up the mission very seriously. Thanks to Dayaram Prabhu, he's fighting still with our wonderful Vaishnava, but gone astray a little bit because he offended Guru Maharaj, and that's what is the condition of our Bangalore devotee. So that's the biggest problem. Never ever offend your spiritual master. You can have a fight, love a fight, you can always there. If there is undercurrent is to glorify Guru Maharaj, if undercurrent is to glorify Iskcon, always keep those things in mind. If your vocabulary, if your heart is very clean, your Guru Maharaj will bless you, Prabhupada will bless you, and even if the other people may not bless you, you will emerge victorious. That conviction you should have in the service of your Guru Maharaj. Gopal Krishna Maharaj is a tireless personality who served Prabhupada so nicely. Every moment he has done that. Every second he has done. I have seen that almost about 48 years constantly in my life. I bow down this life to him, and even if I have many more lives to come in this world, I will only wish that I should serve Iskcon's movement, Prabhupada's movement, and His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj's legacy. That's what I pray. You bless me on this day. I can say many things, but I cannot say because of my emotional outbursts at this moment. I have lost my spiritual father, and I lost my material father when I was only young. I left him when I was only 23, and I didn't associate with him. I associated with my spiritual father for 48 years, and what a legacy. And I was not attracted, but whatever I possess, it's my Gopal Krishna Maharaj's prowess. Whatever artistic ability I have, it's because of my father, and whatever strength, spiritual strength I have, I would like to thank my wife, who is very much nearby, because I must tell you, we are the only couple who got married in this Krishna Balaram temple. Varharupa Devi Dasi and myself were married in this place. For that, our Maharaj will vouch for that. That was the only couple got married in Krishna Balaram temple. So, for that reason, I am really thankful to the Vrindavan, because it is just like coming to Sasural. Correct? It is it's coming to Sasural, where Srila Prabhupada's place is there, and I like to always be very humble in Sasural. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Loudly, please loudly, don't shirk from shouting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Kharga temple is not my creation. It's all Gopal Krishna Maharaj's blessings. He has just used this third-class person and engaged in devotional service. But I request you, please don't forget to come to Khargar on Vijay Dashmi Day. Srila Prabhupada ji wanted the open office of, office on Vijay Dashmi Day. He could not do that, but we pray to Krishna Balaram, Radha Shyam Sundar, please give us strength that we can open that temple on Vijay Dashmi Day, and all of you are invited to participate in that festival. That will be a great tribute to His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, because his heart was always in Kharga temple. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So next we would like to invite Braja Bilas Prabhu. He will read the offering of Ambarish Prabhu and also on behalf of the TOBP.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Ki. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj Ki. So I would be reading an offering from Ambarish Prabhu and Swaha Mataji today. This is from Ambarish Prabhu. Swaha and I are heartbroken by your departure. You have been the most loyal servant of Srila Prabhupada for many years. I remember fondly the time we were together in Kurukshetra. I was very comforted by that fact. You had taken the project under your guidance. I also remember being in Moscow with you when you were leading the project there. You have been a stalwart supporter of the TOVP, and we are most grateful for your inspiration and support. We will surely miss your able leadership as the shining beacon of Krishna consciousness. This is Ambarish Prabhu. Now I am reading Swaha Mataji's offering. As I fight back tears, broken hearted, that although we were fortunate to have seen you in Mayapur and at the Juhu temple just a few months back, we are now suddenly bereft of your sublime association. I wish to express my deepest gratitude and appreciation for your kindness towards me always. Dear Maharaj, you treated me like a daughter, and I feel privileged to have had the good fortune of cooking for you when you visited us. At a preaching program in New Delhi, after I spoke, you encouraged me like a loving father by appreciating my contribution. I remember just a few years back in Mayapur, as I was coming down the stairs and you were heading out for your morning walk, you took the trouble to show me your elaborate altar with your worshipable lords. I remember how you kindly arranged for us to go to Sri Vrindavan Dham when my parents were visiting from Australia one year. You personally gave me a tour of the museum at the Glory of India, Shri Radha Parthasarathi Mandir, which was being completed at that time. I have fond memories of honoring Prasadam with you in your apartment along with Prabhu, and the love and affection shown by you and your disciples serving us. You showed us the world's largest Bhagavad Gita that was going to be inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi ji a few years later. During that visit, in fact, it was your personal relationship with Modi ji that brought about the production of the coin commemorating Srila Prabhupada's 125th birth anniversary. Modi ji, words honoring your life show how deeply you have touched his heart. You are one of the greatest generals in our Senapati Acharya Srila Prabhupada's army. Although you closed the chapter of your service here on Mother Bhumi, you have entered your eternal pastimes with him. Your glories are being sung in all the three worlds for your exemplary devotion and dedication to Srila Prabhupada and spreading Lord Chaitanya's glories worldwide. We will forever remain indebted to you for your mercy and pray we may be of service to your exalted disciples. Feeling the deep pain of separation, we beg to remind your humble servant Ambrish Das and Swaha Devi Dasi. I know time is up. All the leaders are waiting. Just a few sentences from the Temple of Vedic Planetarium. As many of you have lost your father, the Iskcon Bureau has lost its chairman. The TOVP has lost everything with the departure of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. He was so dear to us, great support. Whenever I walked into his room, I always came out with a big bunch of money to construct this temple. Such a great support. So on this occasion, I pray to him to give me the strength and give the members of the TOP the strength to bear this separation, and also to serve him. We installed the chakra under his leadership. We opened the Pujari floor under his leadership. We opened the Narsingadev temple under his leadership. And in 2026, I am sure he will lead us in opening the Temple of Vedic Planetarium for the pleasure of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So thank you all so very much. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
We have to invite the bureau members because they have to go for the meeting.
Maharaj had expressed in the will that the land which is next to Krishna Balaram temple, which was purchased by myself and my wife and my godbrothers here, that is next to him, today on this auspicious day, I would like to offer that land back to the authority of Krishna Balaram temple. We have nothing to do with that, as Maharaj had said that his samadhi would be kept in the samadhis over there, but that land was purchased by us for long back for the Samadhi of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So he doesn't want to utilize it. Correct, Mahamantra Prabhu? So we'd like to offer it back to the authorities. My desire was that so many sannyasis are coming here and they are staying outside in the ashrams. I wish to see that we create a wonderful sannyas ashram over there and have at least about 30, 40, 50 rooms over there for the young sannyasis, because I see so many sannyasis coming. In fact, Amivala Swami Maharaj said, where do I stay in Vrindavan? So I would like to, whoever is the right recipient of that paper of the land, I would like to hand over that. Thank you.
So amongst the bureau members, Revati Raman Prabhu, Mahaman Prabhu, His Holiness Bhaktiraj Samrita Maharaj, Dayaram Prabhu. So Mahaman Prabhu can speak.
Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chaksurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha. Nitya Lila Pravishti Jai Om Vishnupad Gopal Krishna Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitya Lila Pravishti Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivrajacharya, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The large number of devotees that have assembled here from different parts of the world, and many who are viewing this on different social media, is evidence of how dear His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj was to everyone, and how he touched the hearts of millions of devotees all over the world. And actually, for the first time in my life, when I was offering my last respects to the Vapu of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, I cried. I cried and I cried. I never cried when my mother left. I never cried when my father left or any other dear member of my family left. But I cried. I did not even cry when Srila Prabhupada left, because Srila Prabhupada's mercy was coming through His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. These movements can be stopped. It's disturbing. Sorry. Okay. So, excuse me. As I was saying, Srila Prabhupada was not accessible so easily, physically, because his health was not so good, and his secretaries made sure that he was not being disturbed so much. But His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj was always available for everyone. He would meet everyone, hear everyone, and try to solve the problems of each and every devotee. He was so personal and so caring. This realization came to me very late, after Maharaj had departed, that Maharaj was my best friend, my best advisor, and my best master, all three at the same time. My best friend, my best advisor, and my best, I forgot what, sorry, there's some disturbances. Okay, master, I forgot that word, most important. My master at the same time, all three at the same time. And as I was saying, so many devotees have joined throughout the world. One of the criteria for the success of our movement is the number of devotees who join. And I would like to share one anecdote regarding Srila Prabhupada, when the beautiful temple, Prabhupada Palace of Gold, was going to be inaugurated in New Vrindavan. I think everyone has heard of that, Prabhupada's Palace of Gold. So the devotees were desiring that the illumination on this palace, Prabhupada, should be special. And for that, before the opening of the inauguration of the palace, they took Prabhupada to show all the arrangements. And they asked Srila Prabhupada, we strongly desire that your palace should be illuminated by jewels rather than this electricity and all these things, all these gadgets. Is it possible? Can we do that? And Srila Prabhupada said, which will touch everyone's heart, all of my devotees, you are the jewels. My palace will be illuminated by you, all jewel-like devotees. And not only my palace, but the entire world will be illuminated by all you jewel-like devotees. And with generals like His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj and many others, and now the future generation, as Maharaj was saying, Prabhupada said that the disciples should do even more than the spiritual master. So this movement under the guidance, and we still feel Gopal Krishna Maharaj is guiding us, and he will continue to guide us. With the guidance of such generals, Krishna consciousness will become a mainstream religion of the world. Gradually, slowly, but surely, because this is the mercy, and this is the prophecy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. So, one more anecdote I would like to share is that Srila Prabhupada was told by someone, I'm skipping the details because I want to express the lesson that we get from this anecdote. Prabhupada was asked, your movement is going on all right? Everything is okay? Prabhupada in response, yes, but I do have a disease. So the reporter or whoever it was said, maybe no, Swamiji, what is the disease? And Prabhupada said that my disease is that I can always think only big, I can never think small. This is a very healthy disease. I think Gopal Krishna Maharaj also had this disease. He would always think big, never think small. And I wish all of us contact this disease. We pray that we contact this disease. It's a very healthy disease. To always think big, like Srila Prabhupada and like His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. I'd like to share one more anecdote. It happened here in Vrindavan. One Prabhupada's disciple, I have not taken his permission to mention his name, so I will not mention his name. So he approached Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, I think your life is very meaningful, very fruitful, very valuable. Compared to that, my life is not so important, insignificant. Prabhupada, if it is possible, can I donate the balance of my life to you? This is my wish. I would like to donate, if it is possible, the balance of my life to you. So in response to that, we have all heard the famous statement by Srila Prabhupada. Your love for me will be shown by how much you cooperate with each other when I am no longer here. So this was the response which Prabhupada gave. This is a very well-known statement but many of us do not know the background of why Srila Prabhupada made this statement. He said, okay, it's good sentiment, you want to give the balance of your life to me, but your real love for me will be shown by how much you cooperate with each other when I'm no longer with you. And His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj has always endeavored to reconcile different views, different managements, everything, so everyone comes out with a satisfactory solution. And he is extremely expert in it because of his surrender to Srila Prabhupada, because he's always taking guidance from Srila Prabhupada. He came from Goloka Vrindavan and he has gone back to serve Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada needed him someplace, and so he has gone there to serve him. He was an exceptional devotee, always surrendered to the will of Srila Prabhupada, and we should continue to follow his legacy. On this day of his disappearance, I beg for his mercy. Please always keep on guiding me, guiding all of us. I'd like to stop here because many other speakers are there.
Thank you, Mahaman Prabhu. Now I would like to request Revati Raman Prabhu, then His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Swami, then Dayaram Prabhu, and then Gauranga Prabhu. Time is really constraints now, so you only have half an hour before your meeting. So, hurry.
I'll make it limited, yeah. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimandasya Jnananjana Shakshur Unmilte Manatasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. I think this short, why? That's all? Okay, I'll come forward. Okay, I'll come forward. So what I can say about Gopal Krishna Maharaj? No words to praise him. He is a daksha, an expert in devotional service. You see his deity worship. What inspired in my life? Many things inspired from many devotees, but one is Gopal Krishna Maharaj every day in Mangalarti doing arti for the Lord. Is there one more person like him in the entire world? Any temple, anywhere, he is there on the altar performing arti for the deities with so much love and care. That is Gopal Krishna Maharaj. One day, we conducted 3 GBC meetings in Tirupati. 2012 GBC meetings, Maharaj was there, Gopal Krishna Maharaj. And I was anticipating Maharaj will go on altar and worship Radha Govinda Ashtasakis. This is my favorite pastime, Maharaj's favorite pastime. One day, over second day, third day, Maharaj never entered the altar. So that night I went to Maharaj room. Maharaj, whichever temple you go, you do arati. Why not here for Radha Govinda Ashtasakis? How is that, Maharaj? You're not performing arati. He said, no, I'm not. I asked Maharaj, why? No, leave it, Revati Raman. I don't want to perform arati. Why, Maharaj? A reason for it? In some way can help us serve you? No, I'm afraid. Maharaj, are you afraid? Why, Maharaj? Gopis are there. Not Radha and Krishna. Gopis are there. I am afraid. What does it mean? I was shocked actually. He never said Govinji is there, Radharani is there, Lakshmi Narasimhadev is there, Mahaprabhu. No, gopis are there. I thought, my God, what a lesson to me it is actually. When gopis are there, one should be very careful. He said, no, it's not possible for me. Then later he called me again to his room. He said, since you are asking, since you are desiring, tomorrow I will perform Arati. And the next day morning Maharaj was there and he said, you should be there. I assisted Maharaj and he asked me, how, he knows everything actually, how you start. From Radha Krishna, from Prabhupada, how to start that? Then I told Maharaj, we do this way. Look at that, humility. Vaishnavism means humility, humility, humility. He is a Vaishnava. That is Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Though he is a GBC, a big time guru, thousands of devotees everywhere following him, he was down to earth, very humble, very sweet. And he used to call me, from south always used to call me. At least once in a month or once in 2 months he'll call me and inquire, how are things going on? You want any help? Tell me. And any temple opening in Delhi, he used to call me, Revered, you should come. I used to come. Once I had already fixed another program. He said, Revered, you should come. I said, Maharaj, I have another program, it's already fixed. No, I want you here. Then I came. I just cancelled that program, I came here. Just to please Maharaj, because he's a divine personality, not ordinary person. I came and I was in the program. Then Maharaj came and gave me a hug. That is enough. It's like $1 billion hug. You know, his hug and his sweetness. And whenever he used to call me, and he used to tell, while leaving, he used to give me money. Take this. Maharaj, why Maharaj? Not necessary. No, you should keep it. Maharaj, I am from Tirupati, Balaji. I don't need Maharaj, it's okay. No, you should keep it. So he gave me. Every temple opening, he'll give me money. In Rohini, he gave me a chunk of money, keep it. Then I said, what to do? You know, Bahudgar, the temple opening he gave me. Then I thought, Maharaj is so kind and so sweet. It's not the money, it's love and affection to encourage the managers. So I thought, Maharaj, you're giving me, I want to buy a gift for this money for myself. Whatever you want to do it. Maharaj, I lost my Lord Narasimhadev ring. I want to buy one Narasimhadev and wear it in your memory. Do that. So this is a ring. You know, I feel this Ashtadhatu ring of Lord Narasimhadev, I feel Gopal Krishna Maharaj is with me. You know, when I get up, I remember my Radha Govinda deities, see them, then see Lord Narasimhadev, my Guru Maharaj. Now I should remember Gopal Krishna Maharaj all the time, as long as the ring is there on me. So wonderful. Bhagavatam says, Sadrichno ihayam loke, pantakshema akutavayaha, Sushila Shadavyatra, Narayana Parayanaha. One's life becomes very auspicious in this inauspicious world. One's life becomes very wonderful without any fear in this fearful world. How? Sadrichino hayam loke, pantakshema akutavayaha, Sushila Shadavyatra, Narayana Parayanaha. By taking the association of a sadhu, like Gopal Krishna Maharaj, a sadhu, Sushila, simple, very sweet, not complicated. Very simple and very sweet, not complicated. He's a sadhu, you know, and very sweetly he can remove the anarthas. Sushila Shadavyatra, because always they are Krishna conscious. Narayana Parayanaha. So when we take association of this kind of wonderful devotees, our life becomes very auspicious. And Akutabhaya, free from fear. That is Gopal Krishna Maharaj. We all should take the association of Gopal Krishna Maharaj through his Vani. Now that he is not there, he is there. Even now he is present. Because he is such a loving person, you think he will leave us? He is there, he is not there. Achintya Beda Beda Tattva. He is there with us. So we follow in his footsteps and serve Srila Prabhupada's movement nicely. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Swami.
will be brief since it's very late and many other devotees have to speak. Yesterday I was mentioning to some devotees that there are devotees and devotees. Sorry? So I was just mentioning yesterday to a few devotees that there are devotees, and then there is Gopal Krishna Maharaj. A very unique personality and a wonderful example for many of us in many different ways. Too many ways to be able to recount here in the short time that we have at our disposal. A tireless servant of Srila Prabhupada, completely determined to pursue whatever was helpful for that service. He was always mobile, one day here, another day in a completely different part of the world, and he went on and on and on. And from what I remember, it is only in the last few months that I have seen him slow down even a little bit. And even then, not that much. He still came for the bureau meetings. He was still participating in the meetings, still active, meeting other devotees. So, very wonderful example for everyone. His presence lent a lot of stability to the Indian Yatra. It lent unity to many different places. His ever willingness to be of service in any part of the world, if Iskcon so desired it or so needed it, is also an example for all of us. I think his presence will be sorely missed by all of us, regardless of the degree to which we have come in contact with him. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari.
Thank you, Maharaj. Dayaram Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai. So Surudas Prabhu reminded me my first meeting with Maharaj. I was not in chaddis, I was in full pants. B. Madhu Pandit, Mahasundar and Jagat Chandra and Radhacharan probably. 5 of us from Hostel 4 of IIT Bombay, we visiting temple. And of course we met Giriraj Maharaj, Sridhar Maharaj and also Gopal Krishna Maharaj. But that time the person in charge, that was zonal Acharya system was there. So there's Acharya for Jew temple. That was Kirtananda Swami. So he was shown to us as the Guru or the Acharya of Iskcon. So we met with him. So my memories of Gopal Krishna Maharaj are not that strong of that time. But I remember one incident. Basugosh Prabhu was that time very fired up brahmachari in Juhu temple. He's not here. So we were sitting and he was telling us to drop out. Don't complete your education and join Iskcon immediately. That was the mood that time. Now it's changed thanks to our Pune president, Radhesham Prabhu, and it's good. But that time it was not like that. And if you don't join, then something is wrong with you. You have not understood the philosophy. So Gopal Krishna Maharaj came to our rescue. That I remember. He came and told Vasugosh, don't disturb them. Don't scare them. And he said so strongly, although he is a very soft person, Vasugosh Prabhu didn't disturb us after that. Nor did Yashomathy Nandan Prabhu. So, that's my memory. And after that, zonal Acharya system was there, so I went to Mayapur. And some interactions, but not really deep. But then in 99, when the GBC expelled Adridharan Das, president of Calcutta Temple, and I was in Mayapur that time, and Madhu Pandit and others from Iskcon. Although Gopal Krishna Maharaj is not a person who likes to fight. He likes to make, some kind of a settlement. He likes to get everybody with him. He's against. So he was not in favor of this fight. But he tried also. He came to Calcutta. He was begging in front of me. I was not interested in taking up the fight on behalf of GBC. Although I was told, because I felt that they have got some point about Guru issue, and I still feel that way. So I was not, but then I was with Maharaj, and he took me with him to meet Adridharan, and he was begging them, literally on his knees, please, don't file the case. Don't file the case. And they were not treating him nicely. And that really affected my heart. And I told Maharaj, don't let them humiliate you. If problem comes, I'll fight the case. This is where me and Maharaj's bond started growing. And then he was there to help me in every possible way. Although he was not zonal secretary of Calcutta or Mayapur that time, he failed, and he was not in favor of their expulsion. But once the decision was made, he was there to defend it, although he was not very happy with it. And he tried to make a settlement. It did not work out. Then he felt that it is duty to protect GBC and Iskcon. And I remember he called me, said, I'm going to go to get admitted in the hospital. He had some operation that time in 2000 or 2001, gallbladder or some operation. He was going to be taken to operation theatre. So he's on the stretcher and he calls me. I said, Maharaj, why are you calling me? He said, no, please go and speak to Shaktinath Mukherjee. I said, Maharaj, don't worry. I have spoken to him. He doesn't even know who Shaktinath Mukherjee is. I only told him that he's a topmost lawyer in Calcutta High Court. No, you please speak to him and make sure he comes there in time. I said, Maharaj, I'm taking care. You don't relax. Let your operation go peacefully. But the last minute he was calling. And after operation is over, he called me back again. So I found a tremendous sense of responsibility in him, which I see unfortunately lacking in most of the leaders of Iskcon. One of the qualities of Gopal Krishna Maharaj, which really impressed me. Then after that, when we got the temple back, it was little dicey because the order was only interim injunction. We're in Calcutta temple, and I think I was there, and my wife called Maharaj, and he was laughing and he was so happy. So he said he wanted to come. I said, Maharaj, don't come. It's still, dicey. He said, no, I must come. I must come and visit. And he came. Before any other leader of GBC, Maharaj the first one to come to Calcutta. When we were still in dicey situation, he met with all the devotees, he encouraged them, no, you should work. Even those who were with Adridharan Prabhu, he preached to them, you stay back with Iskcon, whatever problems you resolve. Very nice, very, not that I have won now, I smash you. No mood at all. The mood was, all right, things you have done wrong, now you come and be with us. So, and then his trust in me, I think, grew after, because in between there was some problem and we got arrested and he got very angry with me. Why you did this? Why you, without court order, why you entered? Me and alone, me plus 50-60 devotees got arrested and put in jail in Calcutta. So he called, he was very upset. Why you did this? Why you didn't take my permission? I said, Maharaj, I can't take your permission for every small thing I do. Then you can't win the fight. Otherwise you come and fight. I'm not interested. I have no fight with him. No, you fight. I said, Maharaj, you have to give me some freedom. If you want me to fight, you are a chairman, I respect you. That time I was not a bureau member. But if you want me to fight, I have to have certain freedom. And then we won, then he came. After that we won the case, then he came. Then after that his faith in me increased. Every time he had any issues about legal, he would call me. And even if he had some opinion, and if I give contrary opinion, he would respect my opinion more than his own opinion. That I have experienced throughout the time. Even in Bangalore case, although he is not a zonal secretary of Bangalore, he was not responsible for the issues we have in Bangalore, or even Calcutta for that. But he is one bureau member or one GBC leader among all who felt the most responsibility for both. Anytime I have any issues, whether it's requirement of funds or any other support, I only would call him, nobody else. So apart from chairman being lost, as somebody said, it's also somebody who's, like Harikesh stood behind me in getting land in Mayapur. Gopal Krishna Maharaj, not exactly the same, but somewhat that role he played in the legal issues facing Iskcon India. Other quality which I was really most impressed with about Gopal Krishna Maharaj is his sense of responsibility for whole of India, not just for his zone. I'll give 2 examples, not to undermine others, but to show the person for which I got extremely touched and impressed. Was Mayapur, there was a big problem, big uprising against GBC took place. It's a big long story, and GBC members had to run away from Mayapur. And I was not involved in Mayapur, I had my own problems with GBC, so I was in Calcutta. So everybody called me to come to Mayapur. So I came, and then we tried to solve the problem. And you can't solve problem in one day, it takes you months and months, to get it resolved. So we made some decisions together, the bureau made decision, how to resolve the problem. And after one make a resolution, it is most difficult to implement it. That has to be kept in mind. We have to implement that resolution. So he told me to stay back and help get it done. So I and Maharaj were there. No other zonal secretary of Mayapur would come for that meeting. Continuously meeting and meeting with devotees, meeting among ourselves. They came, they left. For Jayapataka Maharaj, health was not good, but other 2 zonal secretaries were not always there. Gopal Krishna Maharaj did not leave Mayapur for almost 1.5 or 2 months till the problem was completely solved. The peace was completely established. And he asked me, you think now we are safe? All the properties are safe? Devotees are okay? Can I go? I say, Maharaj, definitely. And I keep telling everybody, this quality leadership lack. Hyderabad, another problem in Hyderabad. Maharaj is not zonal secretary of Hyderabad. He has no involvement in Hyderabad. Problem came. Big problem, fights literally coming in the media, going to the police. No zonal secretary of Hyderabad came. Maharaj went there personally. He sat there, tried to speak to all concerned parties, put in all his efforts to resolve. So persons, these qualities, these acts, inspires respect and confidence. So all his disciples, followers, devotees, bureau members, GBC members, I would humbly request this shining example of Maharaj of feeling responsibility, applying himself. He may not be very charismatic like some other GBC members, it's a fact. But his commitment, his steadfast desire and dedication to get the problem solved and keep Iskcon safe is worth illuminating for every devotee of Iskcon from top to bottom. With this, I close my offering. I have many other things to say, but our chairman of this program has told us not to take time. So thank you very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj.
Thank you, Dayaram Prabhu. Now, Gauranga Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki. There are leaders who have integrity and therefore they are very inspirational. There are devotees or leaders who are very influential because they have clarity. But there are very few leaders who are truly impactful because
they have both integrity in their personal character and clarity in their vision for what they want their followers to do. And I consider His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj to be such an impactful leader who has both integrity and clarity. In terms of his personal practices, I think the whole of Iskcon should look up to him as a shining example of demonstrating faith and dedication in the Panchanga Bhakti process given by Srila Rupa Goswami, whether chanting of the holy names or deep faith in Srila Prabhupada's words, sticking to Srila Prabhupada's Bhakti-Vedanta purports in his own teachings and his personal life, especially because Delhi is so close to Vrindavan, and over the years there has been always tendency of different devotees to get attracted to various kinds of philosophies which may be a little different from what Srila Prabhupada has taught us. But His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj has always stuck to the very, very strict line of Srila Prabhupada, connect
Krishna Goswami Maharaj, one of the senior most disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, departed from this world. Maharaj is a pillar of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, Iskcon, we requested His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj to please, if Maharaj can write his will. And Maharaj was so kind that in a month, just a month after he wrote, we got to witness this will from Maharaj a few days ago. And I can certainly say that the love and affection that Maharaj has expressed in that will for Srila Prabhupada is completely incomparable. And if the GBC could request for a template which every GBC, sannyasi and guru should have for the will, then I think Maharaj has left us an ideal template of how everybody should dedicate. How everybody should dedicate their life's work to where they actually belong. And they belong at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada and Iskcon. I thank on behalf of the Governing Body Commission for His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj for guiding us for all these years. And this remembrance ceremony, I hope, will be shared with many, many devotees so that we can remember, hear and understand Maharaj's dedication for a long time to come. All glories to His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Tapan Mishra Prabhu. He is the currently first chairman of the GBC EC, Executive Committee or Council. I have been in exchange of a few messages with His Holiness Guru Prasad Swami, who is the current GBC chairman of the GBC. He's feeling sorry he was not able to be with us because of the weather. There is some severe weather condition in somewhere in Texas, and he still is coming from some part of South America. So he'll be able to join devotees in Delhi tomorrow evening or maybe early Thursday morning. And Maharaj, His Holiness Guru Prasad Swami, he says, I was just thinking, Maharaj, you're late. He says, I'm not late because I'm coming to give support to all the disciples and all of India practically. Our Guru Maharaj requests His Holiness Guru Prasad Swami, I want you to be my co-GBC for India or wherever. So it just relates to us that how His Holiness Guru Prasad Swami is very dear to our Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Okay, would like to request Krishna Priya Prabhu. He is the doctor of Guru Maharaj here in Delhi and practically India in the last few months. So would like to request him to speak and tell us about Guru Maharaj.
Thank you, Maharaj. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutle Srimati Gopal Krishna Goswami Niti Namine Prabhupadasya Sahityam Yo Prakashya Vitirecha Pracharam Kritvan Sadu Bhagavat Padaya Te Namaha. So, when I joined full time in Delhi in 1992, so I was a neophyte devotee. Still I am, but I was a very fresh. So Guru Maharaj developed a chest pain in 1995. So he wanted to go to some cardiologist. So I just said, Maharaj, can I come with you? So I was just new. Maharaj didn't know me much. So said, okay, you want to come, you come. So I went. The doctor said, it's okay. Because Maharaj wanted to go to America, so he wanted to check, can I go? So he said, it's okay. So when Maharaj went there, so he developed again chest pain, and he has to undergo this stent, angioplasty. Then he came back, and when he came back, again the chest pain was there. So we consulted the best doctor here. He is an internationally renowned Dr. Ashok Seth in Escorts Hospital. So we went there, and he again suggested because that stent was blocked, so he said, I will open it. So this was opened, but again that stent got blocked. So then Maharaj consulted him, so he said, because you have a triple vessel disease, means there are 3 main arteries, all are blocked, so you go for open heart surgery. Maharaj didn't want that. Maharaj was very scared. So Guru Maharaj was seeing this and that. Then after a month, he surrendered. He said, whatever Krishna's will, I will go for it. And then he met Dr. Naresh Tarehan. He was the best that time. He only brought this open heart surgery to India. There was no surgeon at that time, and he opened that Escorts Hospital. So Maharaj went to him and said, okay, everybody is saying. So he said, now it is 1 month, so I need a fresh angiogram. Angiogram means the photograph of those arteries which are blocked. So Maharaj said, okay. So that angiogram has to do with Dr. Seth. He was doing angiogram. So Maharaj went to him, he was on the operation table, and he was doing angiogram. And Maharaj told him, Doctor Sahib, why don't you do it 3rd time? Try 3rd time. And Dr. Ashok said, okay, if you are saying, I can try 3rd time also. And he tried it, and that opening stayed till last time. See, this is Maharaj, I mean, how Krishna and how Lord is helping. So Guru Maharaj actually engaged me. Actually, I mean, I did nothing. It was all Krishna's arrangement, all Krishna was doing. What can I do? So this is Maharaj mercy. Maharaj is like everybody was saying, Jay Anilo Prema Dhana, Karuna Prachur. So this I have felt. A person like me, like, I mean, nothing. I cannot call me a donkey or dog or monkey. Nothing. So he gave so much love and so much. Actually, I never knew what love is. I never knew what is love. When I came in contact with Guru Maharaj, then I realized, oh, this is love. So Guru Maharaj is, like everybody has said, it is true. He is personality with full of humility. So many instances are there. He always called me Krishna Priya with such love, Krishna Priya. So he respected each and everybody, even he respected insects and cockroaches and everybody. He was a personification of love. So I will not take much time because everything is said about him. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Hare Krishna. So of course, I want to beg at the lotus feet of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, that he keep me in his service till the end of my life. Hare Krishna. Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj Tirobhav Divas Maha Mahotsav ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. I just remembered when Krishna Priya Prabhu was telling us about how our Guru Maharaj has so much love for everyone, and the last wish that he wished to do before leaving Vrindavan. The last time he visited Vrindavan, I was accompanying him. We had darshan of the deities. He offered obeisances because the way he's offering his obeisances is not as like the same as we do. It's very with great difficulty. He was still trying to do it. And so I said, Guru Maharaj, you just do your pranams like this. You don't have to bow down. Because when he gets up, it's very difficult. Still, he did the dandavats. Just almost touching the floor. And then he says, I want to do the last, he wants to do that 12 noon, no, morning artik. Morning artik. So I went with him, and then there's a time gap before the artik. So he says, can I chant upstairs? Because that is our japa area. So we went upstairs with some of his disciples, assistants, and then we have like half an hour. So he says, I want to chant. And then so he was chanting. But then I thought of some devotees for him to speak. Somehow it just clicked. I don't want to disturb Guru Maharaj chanting. So I called 2 devotees in Canada. And so we went down. It's about time. And then he did the artik. I was chanting Hare Krishna, and the class time is going on. So I think our chanting is a little too loud. So I got a message, Maharaj, there's a class. You have to chant softly. But I chanted louder, thinking that, I don't know, I disobey the message. And then after the artik, I went along with Guru Maharaj. We went to his quarters. He met an old man. Well, I told Guru Maharaj, you don't have to stop very often because it's more difficult for you. It's better we go alone. So he says, what can I do? They want to speak with me. So he has to stop. And then when I reached, there was an old man says, can I have 2 minutes of your time? Then again, I says, what importance he's going to say? So Guru Maharaj says, okay, you come with me. Come with me. And then I was about to leave the room because I thought it's like more confidential, so I don't want to hear. And I never heard from him so much thank you to me. I says, Guru Maharaj, I didn't do anything. I cannot think of anything. But that thank you, now I can feel there's so deep meaning. Thank you. I mean, Guru Maharaj, I didn't do anything. He says, no. He says, thank you, at least 3 times. So that was my last being with Guru Maharaj, because I didn't know that he was about to leave Vrindavan in the afternoon. And he left in that way. Hare Krishna. So now I would like to hear from Buri Jan Prabhu. You need the microphone, right? And then maybe another one from Sachinandan Swami, but before that, Shruti Kirti Prabhu.
Gopal Krishna Devotees.
dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I'm speaking from far Krishna. Hare Krishna. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj and dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I'm speaking from far away Perth in Australia, and I wrote something yesterday and I'm going to be reading it now. I wasn't able to attend the Samadhi ceremony, but I was thinking and writing during most of the time of the ceremony. And here was my offering to the devotees and to Maharaj. Part of what I wish to say is to the devotees who are now all immersed in an ocean of sadness, and part I wish to express directly to you, my esteemed godbrother, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. What can I say in words to express the loss of someone who we've known for over 55 years? It's as if a part of one's own body has suddenly vanished. On first meeting Maharaj in Montreal in 1968, I observed him offering obeisances to each picture of Krishna hanging on the temple walls. He would do this every evening directly after work when he visited the temple, and especially while Srila Prabhupada was there. So pious, so sincere, so much beyond my own piety and sincerity. And years later I would remind Maharaj about this, and he would remark, "You still remember that?" When we would visit India in the 1970s and onward, when the immigration form would ask for a local Indian sponsor, we would always write Gopal Krishna Goswami. He was fully a Prabhupada man, an Iskcon man, and he was our sponsor. How could I express and compress in a few words serving together for years on the GBC body as co-GBCs of Vrindavan, as co-GBCs of Mumbai, and then later serving together on his insistence on the VEB. So much joint stress, anxiety, attempts to confront problems, revolutions, conspiracies, and trying to move things forward. But what remains most firmly in my mind from those co-joint services is that Maharaj was always there, fully present, despite having to deal with most difficult issues, truly difficult issues, with an unflinching practical mood of service to Srila Prabhupada. He was there. Through the countless ups and downs of such a life of service, our Gopal Krishna Maharaj always fully showed up as a servant to Srila Prabhupada and Prabhupada's Iskcon mission. He would visit regularly, once a year really, as we constructed our Govardhan Retreat Center. So many devotees would pile out of the cars that accompanied him when he visited Govardhan for his yearly partial Govardhan Prikrama. Maharaj loved Braja, and he especially loved Krishna Balaram Mandir. Each time, before leaving India for his worldwide preaching services, he made certain that he would perform Mangal Arti to Krishna and Balaram. When I once mentioned this to him, he responded with some surprise, "Oh, you noticed?" At one of our last private times together in his Delhi rooms, after lunch, after he summoned out the smiling cooks to thank each one of them, we sat together, and somehow the topic came up of his successes, especially his successes in Delhi. I had seen Radha Parthasarthi for the first time in Lajpat Nagar when they occupied a small rooftop room above where the devotees were staying. For years and years, we had seen them in Greater Kailash too, and wondered whether the permission would ever be granted by the Delhi municipality for their new temple near Nehru Place. Then, amazingly, we next saw them in a tin roof shed, but on their Shantnagar land. And now we see them in majesty and beauty as they rule in sweetness the grand temple that Prabhupada so much desired in India's capital city, Delhi. So we sat and we spoke of this success. We spoke of the popularity of the temple, and we spoke about the hundreds of thousands of books distributed, and Delhi's 17 other Krishna conscious centers, which all blossomed from Maharaj's inspiration, determined, devoted planning, and struggling and pushing. It all came from his bhakti. When we spoke of this, Maharaj began to weep. He then softly said, "I get very emotional when I think of how merciful Prabhupada has been to me. I think his servant was recording this, and I suggested maybe now wasn't the right time to record. But yes, Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada was and is merciful to you, and you clearly were and are deserving of his mercy. You lived and left this world loyally as his servant, as per your desire, struggling to serve Srila Prabhupada as he struggled to serve his spiritual master until the very end, to the very last breath. Thus, your destination always was and is clear, for you fully offered your entire life to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. As confirmed in the Adi Purana, O Partha, those who behave as my direct devotees, I do not consider my devotees. But those who are devoted to my devotees, however, I consider most devoted to me. This is quoted in Laghu Bhagavatamrita, second part, 6th verse. And also, Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 11th canto, in the 19th chapter, 21st verse, it states, "It is most important to worship my devotees." On this text, Srila Baladev Vidyabhusan comments that this statement means that the worship of the Lord's devotees is superior even to the worship of the Lord himself. Well done, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Burijan Prabhu. Now I would like to ask Shrutakirti Prabhu to speak, and he'll read also some of the memorials of other sannyasis.
Hare Krishna. Before I start, I received an email from Prabhu Vishnu Prabhu, and it's actually, listen to this. He gives some history about Gopal Krishna Maharaj back in 1975. Please accept my humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. It is with great sadness that I heard of the departure from this world of my dear God brother, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Sadness that we no longer have his personal presence in this world, but also joy in that he has successfully completed the mission of life, of human life, benefited millions of others, and departed to the spiritual world, or
wherever Srila Prabhupada sends him to preach Krishna consciousness. In any case, he will always be eternally engaged in the loving service of Lord Krishna. I was sent to India in November 1975, and Srila Prabhupada immediately asked me to help manage the Juhu temple under the guidance of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. After the departure of His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj as the GBC of India to the USA, where he established the Radha Damodar party, Prabhupada tried 3 other GBC members as GBC of India, but none had stayed. I was there at that time. I want to add into that. I was there, and I remember it very well. Of course, Tamal Krishna Maharaj, he was very, very accomplished, but he really wanted to leave India after being here for 4 or 5 years as the GBC. He said he wanted to preach, he wanted to distribute books, none of which he said he could do here. And after that, I remember Srila Prabhupada tried to replace him. Very big devotees from the USA who were GBC in the USA, he brought, he says here, he brought one after another. No one could manage here in India. And it's why, one reason why Srila Prabhupada, he wasn't very happy that Tamal Krishna Maharaj was going, because he knew of his qualifications. So, after 3 different GBCs, who didn't last very long, sometimes a week, 2 weeks, a month, he called Gopal Krishna to India. He made him the GBC of all of India, a trustee, and the director of BBT in India, and personally trained him to execute these services. It was not easy, as Maharaj was then a householder, and there was a predominant mood of renunciation amongst the leaders of Iskcon India. Some leaders even wanted to oust him, but Prabhupada told them, oil your own machine. You'll understand that. Oil your own machine. And he gave Gopal Krishna his full support. Over the course of many years, I had the good fortune to work closely with Maharaj as a co-GBC in South Russia, East UP in India, and Myanmar. It was always very easy to work with him in management, as he was a very expert and reasonable person. He was a very spiritually advanced devotee who had impeccable sadhana and could preach with great realization, conviction, and determination. Even when there was a lot of pressure due to various factors, he always remained calm and took good, clear-headed decisions. It is wonderful to see how he has trained so many qualified disciples, organized the construction of so many beautiful temples, and inspired the production and distribution of many millions of Srila Prabhupada's books. His is a major and exceptional contribution to the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya. Surely, Srila Prabhupada and Lord Krishna are deeply satisfied by his service. In spite of all that, he was very humble, kind-hearted, and simple devotee who always showed great concern for others. He often encouraged me to visit Delhi Temple and would personally ensure that I was well taken care of. I know that he showed similar concern for other visitors. The opening of the Rohini temple was a wonderful festival and a joyous and befitting send-off for Maharaj. From the bottom of my heart, I thank my dear friend and godbrother, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, for his wonderful example, association, and service as a great leader of Iskcon. May Lord Krishna bless and protect him always. Your servant, Prabhu Vishnu Das. It's very nice offering. So for myself, so many things come to mind. Of course, I have heard the devotees glorifying him in so many ways that I also would have said very similar things. So I'm thinking, what can I say? And I would like to say many things, hopefully that come to mind. I'd like to start by saying, who couldn't love? Look at this photograph of Maharaj. This is what happens. This is how we make devotees. Prabhupada told a scientist, Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj, he said, you're not going to win over the scientist with your philosophy. He said, you're going to win them over with your heart. Try to understand that. Of course, myself, I spent so much time with Srila Prabhupada. I sat through literally 1,000 classes right there by the Vyasasana Srila Prabhupada. It isn't ever what impressed me. What impressed me was seeing Srila Prabhupada sitting in his room, just grabbing everyone with his love. And I see the same thing in the great devotees. Bhakti Churu Maharaj, same thing. He just gave love. And in return, we gave love back. This is the process. We saw on the morning walks with Srila Prabhupada with Mr. Patel. How much philosophy did Srila Prabhupada give to that one person? But he didn't turn him. He didn't turn him with philosophy. But he was, Mr. Patel, Dr. Patel was attracted to Srila Prabhupada because of the love. Gopal Krishna Maharaj, I see so many of you here. I want to thank you. Yesterday was an amazing, everyone there all day long, 42, 43, 44 degrees, packed in the Krishna Balaram Hall. It was our first super festival, if we can call it festival, at Krishna Balaram Hall. The management team did an amazing job with almost no notice, 15 hours, 20 hours. And you were all very, very kind to not notice any difficulties because of your love for Gopal Krishna Maharaj. You just wanted to see him, offer your respects to him. He gave a lot of love. I know many of you, for one reason, he always invited me to his temples here in Delhi. One of his final requests to me when we went there for the opening of the Rohini temple, he said, did you go to Dwarka temple? Whenever I see him, he would say, did you go to Dwarka temple? I'd say, no, Maharaj. He said, you have to go to Dwarka temple. He says, you have to go to all my temples. Why would he want me to go to see to these temples that he opened? Not because of me, but he knows somehow or other they're going to let me talk about Srila Prabhupada. What he wanted was that you all develop your attachment to Srila Prabhupada. That's what he wanted. And it's those devotees that are the greatest. What did Srila Prabhupada do? He never tried to get us to honor him. What did he call it? The Hare Krishna Society. At that time, we had different societies going on. We had the Rajneeshis. We had the Guru Maharaj. It was their society. Prabhupada didn't say that. It was the Hare Krishnas. That's what he wanted. And because of that, that was his greatness. Gopal Krishna Maharaj's greatness is all he did was give us Srila Prabhupada. Through his books, through his temples, through all of you, his followers. I was talking to Maharaj yesterday. We were contemplating. When Prabhupada was here, just like myself, I joined 1971. And I had more association than most everyone with Srila Prabhupada. But it wasn't enough. I wanted more. I needed more. Some had a few years in Prabhupada's presence. Maximum was 10 years. anyone had while Srila Prabhupada was on this planet. And then we were talking about Gopal Krishna Maharaj and his disciples. Some of you have been with him since babyhood, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. You have had his association. What do we do? What do we do when Srila Prabhupada left? The day he left, I was temple president in Hawaii. I thought that was a big deal, temple president. I was outside, I got a phone call, Prabhupada's left. I drove to the temple, and I drove right into a concrete wall on the way into the temple. I was literally delirious. All of you sitting here today, your future. When Prabhupada was here, he accepted whatever we did as long as we did some service. But after his departure, so many struggled. We all struggled. But the one thing, and I learned that from Srila Prabhupada, that he said many times, I am always with my spiritual master. He has never left me because I follow his instructions. I've already gotten letters, my wife has gotten some letters from different people. They don't know what to do. How can I go on? Maharaj is gone. I massage Prabhupada every day. 2.5 years, every day I gave him massage. I say, I feel closer to him now very often than I did when I was giving him massage, even though I was touching that transcendental body. His instructions, most important thing. We know, Gopal Krishna Maharaj, he's not gone. He'll always be with you. But you have to latch on to his instructions, to experience that, to feel that, to literally feel his presence. It is possible. I can tell you that. It's possible from my own experience. You can do it. And as Maharaj read the will of Gopal Krishna Maharaj, so simple and so profound. So profound. Don't leave Iskcon. Don't try to find an easier way. Just do your service. It was so wonderful hearing him say, I don't have any assets to surrender. Nothing is in my name. Only my watch Prabhupada gave me 47 years ago. We still had that watch. That was the one thing, his memory. And the deities. And his deities. We're going to be canvassing, lobbying to get some of those Shilas here in our temple in Vrindavan to also remember Maharaj.
We already spoke about that last night.
So I do, as many of us do, I feel your pain when I heard it. Panchagoda and I, as many, we saw him just a few days before, right? In his room. We were there, as Panchagoda mentioned. Whenever we saw him, we would say, just stay here in Vrindavan, you have such a lovely place. And as others have said, he would never say anything. He wasn't an arguing person. He just smiled. He would just smile. You knew he wasn't going to listen. He was a Prabhupada. You know, we say you have a Prabhupada man. We have an Iskcon. We have Iskcon men. Prabhupada somewhere in the background. Then you have the Prabhupada men. Then you have like him, Prabhupada Iskcon man. This is what you need. You want to please Maharaj. You want to feel Maharaj's presence. Is all you have to do is follow his instructions. It will be there. Like Bhakti True Maharaj, these are the things I admired about Gopal Krishna Maharaj. That simplicity, that childlike behavior. He opened so many temples, distributed so many books, traveled around constantly. But behind the scenes, you just saw simple devotee. He's just the devotee of the Lord, a devotee of his spiritual master. That's what's behind all of that. And this is what is required behind all these big, big things. And we say he was humble. Why he's humble? Because he understood whatever I'm doing, it's by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. This is the understanding of a devotee. Prabhupada, same thing. I'm not doing anything. It's all the mercy of my spiritual master, he would say. And my disciples are doing everything. So it's realization. Maharaj had Krishna conscious realization. On a personal level, he was very kind to me. I didn't spend a lot of time with him early on. I remember morning walks, 1973 in New York City. He was Grahasta, young Grahasta. So he was 8 years older. I was 21, he was 29. And he would be there on the morning walk with a few others. And then I saw when he became GBC here in India. And after that, I was off to Hawaii, so I didn't see him again. 20 years later, or 20 years ago, I was with my wife. We were in India, and we were flying out. And we needed a room for a few hours, so we went to the Delhi temple. I went to the guest house. At that time, I don't know who was running the guest house. I said, we need a room for a few hours just to shower, clean up. He said, sorry, no rooms. And my wife, do you know who this is? This is Sruta Kirti. I always, this Sruta Kirti, he's Prabhupada's servant. Sorry, there's no rooms. Where's Gopal Krishna Maharaj? She said, he's not here, they said. Gopal Krishna Maharaj isn't here. Who's the temple president here? Oh, he's down. So we walked towards the temple president's office, and the door's open. And who's standing there in front of the temple president? Gopal Krishna Maharaj, who wasn't there, but he was there. This is our Iskcon society. Huh? He saw me. Maharaj, my Sruta Kirti. He said, did you give him a room? He said, do you know who this is? This is Sruta Kirti, Prabhupada's servant. He said, give him a room, have him give class. I was like, thank goodness. This was Maharaj's heart. Huh? This is a devotee. Sometimes it's still a struggle when I go to the guest house there. No, it's not true. It's much easier now. But over the years, it was only because of his encouragement whenever I come here. I said, one of the last things he said to me, I want you to go all my temples here. So I want to make a plan. We can talk about Maharaj here, there, Srila Prabhupada. This is all he wanted from me. Find out what it is you can do in service and get you to do it. This was Prabhupada's method. He didn't start out with a bunch of rules and regulations. He gave you a lot of prasadam, and you got to hear the pure chanting of Hare Krishna. This is how Iskcon started, from the heart, not from guidelines, rules, regulations, do this, do this, do this. Oh, sorry, I can't do any of that. Prabhupada started this whole society by giving love. Maharaj created everything here by caring, by knowing just what it is you can do and getting you to do it. It's not difficult if that's how you look at things. And he saw me, just this godbrother from way back when. He can talk about Srila Prabhupada, and this is what we need. I want it, he said, in all my temples. You go there, you tell them about Srila Prabhupada. So at this point, somehow or other, I'm here in Vrindavan. also by the mercy of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. I've been here last 5 years. I always knew when he was here, Mangal Artik, always offering Artik to Krishna Balaram. Always right there with Krishna Balaram. This is their temple. And you would see him every morning. And then go back to his room. See, this was it. It's these things. He was also a pujari. He loved being a pujari. He loved taking care of the deities. He loved doing Mangal Aratik. The management part, he did that for his spiritual master. But as a devotee, this was his attraction to the Lord, to his spiritual master. So I see him there with that wonderful smile. This is what we want. This is what attracted us. So I ask all of you, you want to have his association now, you have to understand his will, his literally his will. You have to understand his will, his last will. You have to understand his desires, and you'll always feel him. You also always will feel that absence, that separation. Somehow or other, Prabhupada said, that's the greatest ecstasy. The ecstasy of separation. Sometime we might understand that. Right now, there'll perhaps be some very difficult days ahead, maybe weeks, maybe months, maybe years for some of you. But your only solution is to just grab a hold of his feet and try to continue to serve him. And he'll take care of you. I guarantee it. Gopal Krishna Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Srutakirti Prabhu. When you describe the smile of Guru Maharaj, this is what he called oceanic. Like Srila Prabhupada, like the smile is ear to ear, oceanic smile. I remember I sent a photo of Guru Maharaj and I assisting him. Here, there is some festival, Abhishekam. She's not a practicing devotee like us. And as soon as she saw the picture, she commented how he looks very compassionate, very merciful. And it says in the Chaitanya Charitamrita like that, a topmost devotee, as soon as you see him, will make you Krishna conscious. So our Guru Maharaj is like that as well. Hare Krishna. So I'd like to request, we have a doctor from Washington, D.C. After the doctor, Advaita Acharya Prabhu, it'll be Pritu Prabhu. He has a personal service for Guru Maharaj. The last 2 years we were traveling along with his brother, who's also a doctor, Sham Krishna Prabhu. They traveled with Guru Maharaj all over US and Canada. And it is not simple to live your profession if you're a doctor. But whenever Guru Maharaj will come, as far as I can remember, because I've been traveling, I was traveling with him for over 25 years. And he's always there. Some disciples, they will only say, they will see Guru Maharaj, but only Haribol, Haribol when he is there. But after that, no more Haribol. A little bit of Haribol. But he is one of the most dedicated I've seen. His whole family. His whole family. Mataji, Yamuna Mataji, your mother, she's a disciple. She's over 90, 93 years old. And the whole family. Vishaka Mataji, remember Vishaka Mataji, the wife of Shrestha Prabhu? The whole family. And they're like one of the most, the earliest disciples in North America. So here.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, Chandanand Maharaj. All glories to Srila Bhagavad Couple of things I can say about our dear Guru Maharaj. He is so kind and merciful that we all experienced in our life. He's always see and very eager for spiritual life of all disciples. And I'm maybe the one of the example. I had a couple of letters from Guru Maharaj in 80s. I got initiation and then I came to America after 1 month. And I had no information about Krishna consciousness. I do not know Guru Maharaj at all. And how he has spent so much time to get me in this movement. And I appreciate those things. So in the beginning, I just read a couple of lines from the Guru Maharaj's letter that he wrote me.
Which one do you want? Which one?
Just I want to get to the lesson.
Oh, just, oh, sorry.
So this letter, he responded to me. I wrote one letter from 1987. Dear Advaita Acharya, please accept my humble. Dear Advaita Acharya, please accept my blessings. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for your letter dated 4/9/87, along with your offering that you had sent to Toronto. I very much appreciate your sentiments. I think a lot about you and your brother Suryakant. That's a Shyam Krishna Das, he's here. And his family. I think a lot about you and your brother Srikant. Is he chanting his rounds regularly? I will be coming to North America in November. I may come down. I come and may visit you and your brother. My man proposes and God disposes. I am glad that you are chanting your rounds. Also, you must read. There must be the difference between you and other Gujaratis in America. You must be after Krishna and you use part of your Lakshmi you earn for Krishna. I hope that your wife and family is doing well. This shows that his concerns about upliftment of disciples, his concerns about his Krishna consciousness, and he wants me to differentiate between other people, other common people versus us. And he has so much love and affections for disciples that we all experience. He doesn't worry about, he worry about every single disciples that he has. Guru Maharaj always says that I come to America not to visit sightseeing. I just come to take care of, make sure my disciples are not diverted. So that's why he's traveling all over the places just to meet disciples. And when he sees disciples, he becomes very joyful and happy. And that is the reciprocation that we get from Guru Maharaj. Now one letter I have is a real chastisement. So this letter is from after 1 year, 1988. Please accept my blessing, all glory to Srila Prabhupada. This is my first letter to you in a long time. Unfortunately, I have not heard from you for at least 1 year or two. I had come to Washington near 2 years ago. As a disciple, you can no doubt serve anywhere in the world. But at least you should maintain some touch with your spiritual master. How do you expect to keep your spiritual life if you cannot be in touch with your spiritual master? Questioning. You should write me every month and inform me of your spiritual progress. How your brother and others are doing. His Guru Maharaj is telling me, you are very fortunate that your father forced you into spiritual life. As a young age, are you chanting your 16 rounds regularly? Questioning. And your brother also? I understand your brother is working in the hospital. So the question is, Guru Maharaj chastise you, Guru Maharaj is questioning us. That means he is really concerned about spiritual life. As far as his love for Prabhupada is concerned, we all know that as per Guru Maharaj's love for Prabhupada is there, and how important it is that I give one incident. 15 years ago, there was a Prabhupada's disappearance day, and Samadhi, there is a arti going on. And I was again still not very much in spiritual life, that time also, not today. But so somehow my sister pushed me to go to the Prabhupada Samadhi up. And it's almost finishing. And Guru Maharaj was assisting people to go and do Pushpanjali to Prabhupada. So I was in line, there were only 2 devotees left behind me. I saw Guru Maharaj, I bowed down and to get blessing. Guru Maharaj became so angry at me, that how dare you can touch me when Prabhupada's Samadhi. He says, wash your hand again. So give me Achman again. It shows that for Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada is everything. He respects Prabhupada so much. So today we believe that Guru Maharaj is now wherever Prabhupada is. I don't think that this is in Golok Vrindavan. It's wherever Prabhupada is, Guru Maharaj is there. So this is a couple of examples I can see that how much he cares about his disciples. And we are very fortunate that we have most advanced, highly spiritual and all respected personality in our life. So thank you very much. We cannot say a lot of things. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Advaita Acharya Prabhu. So I'd like to call on Pritu Prabhu. Hare Krishna. And then, yes, I would like to ask also His Holiness Prabodhananda Saraswati Swami, as he is the first disciple whom our Guru Maharaj has given Sannyas Award. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Magyanti Mirandasya Gananjana Shrakayam Chakshur Unmanitamnya Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna. So in one sense, this is a very sad day because of the demise of Gopal Krishna Maharaj, godbrother and spiritual master of thousands of devotees. On the other side, it is a glorious day because we all know that Gopal Krishna Maharaj's life was completely successful. When we joined, our movement was very young. I'm just building up a gradual case to bring you to this understanding that we were very young, and in fact, our first GBC was 16 years old. Krishna Das. Can you imagine? 16 years old, maybe 17. Krishna Das, the first GBC. So from there, gradually, we understood that Prabhupada wanted us to distribute these books. And we went to London and saw Prabhupada, and he asked this question, what is the most important verse of all. And so somebody of us said, Yaradikataka Krishna Pradesh, wherever you go, you must preach. And Prabhupada said, exactly, that is the most important verse of all. And he told us, he wrote us a letter. We were all book distributors at that time. And it was hard work. And it is hard work. And for all you, it is hard work still. I mean, how do you feel when you have 25 Bhagavad Gitas in your backpack and 15 in front of you? That's 40 books you carry around to distribute books in a very impersonal atmosphere of Germany. So we worked very hard. And so Prabhupada invited us to come to London. And he said, and he wrote, he said, if you really want to please me, distribute my books. I have this letter still to the German devotees. So when I see the book of Krishna Maharaj, one of the most important realization I had is that he was pushing and pushing and pushing book distribution because that was the most sincere desire of Srila Prabhupada. You see, before the spiritual master leaves, Prabhupada told us, dreams may be superficial, it may not be exactly correct, but he said after he leaves, his dreams are very significant. And so one lady, I forgot her name, she distributes lots of books in Mayapur, and hundreds of books she distributed year after year. Then she came to Radhakunda, and this is all you will find out why it is connected to Gopal Krishna Maharaj. She went to Radhakunda, and some Baba told her, now I give you this mantra, do you want to have love of Radha? And she said, yes. He gave her this mantra, and she chanted, and she felt gradually that she became very much estranged. Ultimately, she stopped distributing books. One night, Prabhupada came to her, very significant dream. And it was a very stern look on his face, and he took her by the hand in this dream. And he said, let me show you the love of Radha. And he went to Radhakunda, and she saw Prabhupada was standing in front of a huge table with books. There were hundreds of souls around him, saying, please give me some, crying for these books. And Prabhupada said, what are you waiting for? Please help me distribute these books. It's such an important message we're getting there. Because one who preaches this message, Yadam Paramam Yam, Krishna says this, one who preaches this message more dear to me. And so Prabhupada wanted us to distribute these books, and Gopal Krishna Maharaj exercises in a huge way. Distribute so many books. We were doing very small in comparison. Nothing in comparison. But Prabhupada told Mahamsa Prabhu, he told me personally, that one day Prabhupada said, I want to go back to India. And Mahamsa Maharaj at the time, Mahamsa Prabhu asked him, why do you want to go back to India? He said, India is a sleeping giant. He said, when I left India, nobody was interested. Now, people are becoming interested. You all went to India. And now the movement is traveling to the West. India is a sleeping giant. If you see the temples, I mean, Lajpat Nagar, Burjan was talking about it. On the roof of this temple, of this house, apartment house, there was a little, what was it, 3 meters by 3 meters hut. And Patasarati, Radha Patasarati, were housing in that house. He describes it, and I was part of one of these brahmacharis dancing in Mangal Artik in front of this hut. Prabhupada was sitting right there. Now, see the development from Lajnapat Nagar to Greater Kailash. That's all Krishna Goswami's done. That's his work. It's amazing. There was just one temple at one stage. Now we have so many temples. Why is that so? It is all the magic is to please the spiritual master. Prabhupada pleased his spiritual master tremendously. And so Bhaktisiddhanta transferred a huge amount of blessings to especially Srila Prabhupada, because he was doing the will of Bhaktisiddhanta. And Bhaktisiddhanta said to him, if you have any money, distribute these books. He said that. That's the instruction coming right there over Srila Prabhupada, and actually through Gopal Krishna Maharaj more than through anybody else. That is my personal experience. I have otherwise very little personal association. Okay, I was co-GBC with Gopal Krishna Maharaj for Andhra for some time, and for Madhya sometime, even Vrindavan temple. Some association was there. But I saw that the one quality I appreciate very much besides the book distribution is that Gopal Krishna Maharaj was a team builder. I mean, we have seen after Prabhupada's demise, some of our God brothers were kicked like footballs, left and right. And many left and were asked to leave. It was not easy after the demise of Prabhupada. This will not happen because you have a very solid leadership here, an impressive leadership. It will not happen. You know, because at that time it was confusing, rather confusing. So Maharaj had this quality. He was a team builder. He never ever rejected anybody of my God brothers who came to him and wanted to do some service. Never. Not once. I know that. And in this way, because he was a team leader, therefore he could accomplish so much. Everything. So many of my God brothers are happy on this guy. Bhima is staying with him since so many years. And I know so many others. This was not so all over the world. Particularly in the heady days of the demise of Srila Prabhupada, when the position of spiritual master became so absolute that there was almost no place to breathe for Prabhupada's disciples. So his glories are huge. Just think of it. Radha Parthasarthi was being worshipped on a rooftop in a 3 meters by 3 meters hut. Now you have this huge temple in Delhi. You have so many, how many? 17 temples in Delhi. 18. You see? Mushrooming like anything. Where does that energy come from? It comes simply from the power that comes from if you satisfy your spiritual master. That's where that power comes from. What was it? Bhavananda asked Prabhupada one time, Srila Prabhupada, you're talking to build a Vedic planetarium. Prabhupada was living in a straw hut at that time. He was talking about the Vedic planetarium. It should be 150 meters high. And Bhavananda said, but Srila Prabhupada, you have hardly the money to pay for the sabji tomorrow. Prabhupada said, money will come. So Bhavananda said, how is that possible? How is that money going to come? Prabhupada is very simple. He said, our Madhava, he's a goddess, the husband of the goddess of fortune. If you satisfy Madhava, he said, the goddess of fortune will shower you with money. On that principle of satisfying the spiritual master, Yasya Prasada Bhagavat Prasadu, Yasya Prasada Nagatit. Gopal Krishna was a master in that. He was a master in that, no doubt about it. His work is amazing. How otherwise is somebody able to do that? It's simply based on this magic to please the spiritual master. That's what it is. There's nothing more, nothing left. That's what it is. And therefore he could do amazing things, and India is spreading. I remember I talked to the temple president in Bangalore just in spring, and he told me in COVID we couldn't go in, we couldn't go out, we couldn't do anything. So he started a Bhagavad Gita preaching course to students. He said, first we had 10,000 after 3 months, now after 3 years. I have 880,000 students taking this course in Tamil Nadu and in Kerala and in Karnataka. Just think about that. How much this movement is spreading, particularly in India. And Lord Chaitanya told all of you, one day you have to go all over the world and preach Krishna consciousness. That's your mission, even since 500 years, all you Indians. So, one last thing I want to say. There's one poem, not poem, there's one thing that Prabhupada said long time ago. Let me just look it up. And you must hear it. It's very important. There's my spectacles. No, no. This little passage, which is related in the Lilamrita of Satu Maharaj, that Pradyumna, his Sanskrit translator, asked Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, what if people don't want to hear our message? What if people don't want to hear? Which is a fact, particularly in Western countries. In India also, I know Krishna, I know Srimad Bhagavatam, I know all that, I know. People are like that in generally. Prabhupada said, the people might not understand our message, but Krishna will be pleased. He said, and that is our mission. That is our mission, that Krishna is pleased. Most important thing. He said, they thought that Jesus' mission was stopped. He preached for 3 years only. They killed him, but his mission was attained. He made so many followers. He pleased God. Then he says, we must never be disappointed, even if no one is hearing Krishna consciousness. He said, we will say to the moon, we say to the stars, we say to all directions, we cry in the wilderness, because Krishna is everywhere. Then he says, and this comes to the point of Gopal Krishna Maharaj, we want to have a certificate from Krishna that this man has done something for me. Gopal Krishna Maharaj ki jai. We want to have the certificate from Krishna that this man has done something. Not popularity, Prabhupada says. If a pack of asses says you're very good, what is the use of that? You see, you want to have a certificate. Pleasing Krishna is the most important thing. And how do we please this Krishna is by pleasing the spiritual master. And this is actually addressing exactly the life of Gopal Krishna Maharaj from the beginning to the end in Krishna consciousness. You're very fortunate. He's not gone. Those disciples of Gopal Krishna Maharaj take it up, follow his order, distribute books widely, preach like anything. Wherever you go, yada the guitar, preach, preach, preach till you drop. And you will never be the loser. Gopal Krishna Maharaj ki jai.
Prito Prabhu is a preacher also, one of the best preachers. He made a lot of Western devotees. He will be traveling for the next 3 months. Hopefully I meet him in between somewhere. Would like to request His Holiness Prabodhananda Saraswati Swami and then Daivi Shakti Mata Ji. And then I would like to request another sannyasi. He's the first disciple. You're the first, or Bhakti Ananta Krishna Maharaj? Yeah, he is. But he is, Guru Maharaj, before he left, he assigned some of his disciples to accept disciples. And he is one that was chosen for Russia. His Holiness Bhakti Ambarish Maharaj. So that goes that way. And I just want to let you know, the feast begins at 2 p.m. Okay? So we'd like to wrap up the whole ceremony 1:45. So it will give us time to go. And I would like to ask, maybe we don't have enough time, not because of me, but because it's unlimited. I would like to ask Das Avatar Prabhu to be the last speaker. Hope you don't mind if I'm not going to ask any of you anymore, please. Because he became instrumental during the last few years, being the secretary of our Guru Maharaj. There's not a lot of devotees who had that privilege. Okay? And he's one of a kind also. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Gopal Krishna Goswami Niti Namine Prabhupada Sahityam Jaha Prakashya Videja Prachara Kritavan Sadu Bhavatpadaya Nama Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nitvisesa Sunnivadi Paschata Desatarine Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vancha Kalpataruhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyascha. I was very hard-hearted person from beginning, because my parents were died in same day when I was just five years old. But anyhow, but after joining Iskcon, after meeting Maharaj specifically, it was like 1983. Chaitanya Dev Dasamana is Bhakta leader here from South American. So he took me to Maharaj. So after meeting Maharaj, so I could find something, some person what is love. I'm just a newcomer, but Maharaj speaks so nicely. I was influenced. So anyhow, then this Bhakti leader, he asked me to stay here. I stay here in Krishna Balaram temple. They gave me some books for reading, and they allow me to 7 days stay freely and read books and take prasad and just. Anyhow, I joined. Then I don't know, Guru Maharaj has so much mercy for me. I don't know, I have not qualification even. Before maybe many, when I newly joined, he asked me 2 things when he gave me initiation. You every day must chant your rounds in morning hours. Before chanting, even you don't take your prasad. So that's why I'm following that principle. Then his next instruction was always go on distributing Prabhupada books. These 2 instructions Maharaj gave to me. So, but unfortunately, I did read books for many years, and nowadays I am practically in a active way. I am not taking part. So, but still, Maharaj is so merciful to me. I don't. Actually, Guru Maharaj also mercy. As Janardhan Maharaj told that he's chastising him. I chastise that. But actually Maharaj never chastised me. I understand Guru Maharaj not chastised me anytime. Before I was going to Govardhan Parikram, when I was well, always with Maharaj. I was always walking with Maharaj wherever Maharaj goes. But since I have arthritis problem in my knee, I have just left. Last time Maharaj came here, then before he leaving, just 20 minutes before he called me, then I went to his room. There are some Mataji, Govinda Mataji and some 2 Mataji. They asked Maharaj, told them to go out. They sent them out. Then Maharaj told, I want to talk to Maharaj something. Then Guru Maharaj told, so now I put your name in as a Diksha Guru, initiating spiritual master. And so it's okay. Maharaj, I don't know, whatever your will, I'll just try to follow. I am not so qualified to become initiative. Then Maharaj told, no, you will do that. After just NIDC pass the resolution, then it will be just 3-4 months, it will clear. Just Maharaj told this, but I don't understand. Actually, how I remain in temple even few years after I joined Ohindra Prabhu's Sankirtan party 4 times sometimes. I was that time first I was thinking, yes, what is Iskcon? I should go do some bhajan, go to Radha Kund like this. One day I pack up everything, all this my bedding, kept in my room. Then I was thinking, tomorrow when Mangalarti will go on, I will just left. But just in meantime, within just few, I just got sleep. I just saw a dream that I was just going with my luggage, and just in front of Samadhi I reached, and Prabhupada just come down, and he gave sannyas. Take this, go on preaching. Where are you going? Just I. Then I woke up, then going, what is this dream? Then I just decided to stay and have some other I stay. Then after just few days, how I took sannyas, after few days, maybe next time Guru Maharaj came, then he told, why you not applying for sannyas? I want to give you sannyas. So I follow, this is the instruction from Prabhupada, then Guru Maharaj is coming, his instruction. Maharaj told, you take sannyas and go. Maharaj told, I want to give you sannyas. Then Maharaj told me, apply, then I got sannyas. So anyhow, only mercy, with mercy I am staying. Otherwise I don't know, but Guru Maharaj mercy is unconditional mercy. But I am trying to follow, and I praying to all the Vaishnavas here, just give their mercy, so I can try to follow the instruction at least of my Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj. I would like to call upon Her Grace Daivi Shakti Mataji. She can come forward, because trying to live stream to our different social media.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutle Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesa Sunyavari Paschatya Desha Tarine. I was very happy to hear Buri Jan's description of Gopal Krishna Maharaj at Montreal 1968, because the first time I saw your Guru Maharaj, this was 1971 in New York City, exactly the same thing Maharaj was doing. We were sitting in the temple, and this amazing devotee, at every picture in the temple room, he was offering his full dandavats. Not only was he offering his dandavats, but as he was offering his pranam mantra to Srila Prabhupada, if even one syllable was incorrect, he would stop and start all over again and repeat. Now, I had never seen anything like that in my whole life. Such devotion. I was very much struck. The first impressions last longest. Then, there are 2 points that I wanted to bring up, because there's not much time and so much has been discussed of Maharaj's glories. But 2 very special things. One is the book distribution. So in New York City, we would go out to the bus stations all day and night, and especially at night, down in the basement of the biggest bus terminal. Millions, about 2 million people a day would go through there. We would wait till nighttime, and in the basement, thousands of people would be waiting in line, and we would distribute books there. So one night I was there distributing the books, and I see someone dressed in a suit and tie distributing books. And I'm looking and say, who's that? It was Gopal Krishna. After he would finish his work at night in New York City, he wouldn't go home, he wouldn't go to the temple, he would come to the deepest, darkest, dirtiest place in New York City and distribute books. This was beyond my imagination. This had to be the greatest saint I had ever seen. So then in New York City, there was unspeakable problems. One day I just took my bead bag and ran for my life. Came here to India. And they had sent me to deliver a very important document to Srila Prabhupada from here to Mayapur. So I went to deliver the document. I never spoke a word to anyone about the problems in New York City. When I get into Prabhupada's room, I'm sitting with Srila Prabhupada. In comes Gopal Krishna. And he says, Prabhupada, she can tell you everything that's going on in New York. I want her to write a letter, and I want you to read it. Now, I didn't know that Gopal Krishna had come to India at that time. Gopal Krishna specifically came to meet Prabhupada. He was of such integrity that he made sure that everything in that temple was presented to Srila Prabhupada so it could be corrected. Again, for the third time, I'd never seen anything like that. Now, this was 1974, September. As we heard, after Tamal Krishna Maharaj, then Prabhupada tried to put Karandar here as GBC, and then he tried to put Jagadish here as GBC. That night, Jagadish disappeared and ran away. No one wanted to be GBC in India. It was too difficult. So Prabhupada assigned Gopal Krishna to be GBC at that time. He was a Grihasta, new in India, although we all knew his character by then. And Prabhupada, this is before his disappearance, he had Gopal Krishna be the GBC of all of India until 1977. And then after 1977, everything got broken up. The followers did not want Gopal Krishna Maharaj to be the GBC of all of India, and they broke it up. And this is the second part. So we hear about book distribution. One more thing about book distribution. Here in Vrindavan, we have these bookshops, and Guru Maharaj, Gopal Krishna Maharaj was always encouraging book distribution here, of course. So his disciples started to print books so-called written by him from his lectures. And I asked Gopal Krishna Maharaj, I said, should we keep your books in the bookstores now? He said, absolutely not. You only distribute Prabhupada's books here. And we have other devotees coming to me, angry. Why aren't my books in your bookshop? But not Gopal Krishna Maharaj. He only wanted Srila Prabhupada's books distributed here. So then, yeah, well, things have changed a bit. So now we come to the next point that I want to make, and that is the Vrindavan temple management. So after Srila Prabhupada left and Gopal Krishna Maharaj was no longer the full GBC of India, I watched one GBC after the other after the other. Now we've been through 30 temple presidents here. It's such a difficult service. And Gopal Krishna Maharaj, all throughout this time, since the time he became an initiating guru, he was training his children how to manage, how to carry on, how to open temples. So he became a guru in 83? In 1982. So that means 82 to 92, 2002, 2012, over 40 years now. So his children now are quite grown up. Some must be 40 years old by now in spiritual life. So gradually, Gopal Krishna Maharaj training his disciples so nicely. Now, this year, we see his disciples have become so well trained that practically in almost every department now, we have his well-trained disciples now running the Vrindavan temple, which is the international beating heart of Iskcon. It was his many years of training his disciples that now finally, even in his disappearance, I now have full faith because he trained his disciples so well that they'll be able to carry on this mission, specifically in Vrindavan, which is the beacon of all of Iskcon. So I thank you all very much. Please always stay under the shelter of your Guru Maharaj's instructions and then this Iskcon movement and Srila Prabhupada's pleasure will be guaranteed. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Daivi Shakti Mataji. Next year we'll be celebrating our 50th year anniversary, inauguration, opening of the temple. Srila Prabhupada inaugurated the Mandir, Ramnomi, 1975. So, somehow or other, Panchagoda Prabhu was there. This was during the last visit of Guru Maharaj. And Panchagoda Prabhu, I think Sutakwiti Prabhu, always there. They're always together, inseparable. So, Panchagoda Prabhu says, Maharaj, we'll be celebrating next year's 50th anniversary. You promise you're going to be there? And Guru Maharaj just smile. Again. He just smiled. He didn't say yes. Or he didn't, no, just a smile. And that sweet smile, something transcendental again. So tomorrow, next year, not tomorrow. Tomorrow you'll be in Delhi, part 2 of this memorial. So please excuse us if many of you, your names have not been mentioned to speak, because again, I thought we were going to be here till midnight, but I don't think we can do that. Till 1:45 or till Bhakti Ratnakar Ambarish Maharaj and Das Avatar Prabhu. And the BVT man here. No problem. Prabhu, I was thinking of you. You know what? Every time I think of somebody, they come.
This is a unique perspective about...
You're my friend, so please. He'll be second to the last. The last one will be the best. Okay? You're best also. 3 minutes, no problem. So Maharaj, and then Satyanarayan Prabhu, our BBT man here, and then Das Avatar Prabhu. Is that okay? I didn't hear Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my most humble obeisances. Although we are feeling great separation from your physical presence, but I believe that if we will keep your instructions in our heart, we will be never separated from you. So, you came first time to Moscow in 1976. You was managing BBT, and in January of 1976 you have received a letter of inquiry from Moscow agency that was importing books to Soviet Union, and they were asking for full catalog of Srila Prabhupada's books. So you immediately came to Mayapur to meet Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada said immediately, take books and go to Moscow. So you came to Russian embassy, Soviet embassy, and they gave you business visa to come to Moscow. And so in May of 1976 you came to Moscow with Srila Prabhupada's books. You met these managers of this Soviet agency that was importing books, and they were very impressed by Srila Prabhupada's books, and they asked for full sets of Srila Prabhupada's books. So, but they did not have any currency at that time. There was no other currency, only Russian rubles were there. So they were not able to pay for the books. So you have written a letter to Srila Prabhupada what to do. They don't have any currency to pay for the books. So Srila Prabhupada wrote back, maybe you can make a barter for some Russian books that we can sell them in India. And after that, Srila Prabhupada has written second letter. No, you just give them the books, let them read the books. So the main library of Moscow has received first full set of Srila Prabhupada's books in 1976, and also the main library of St. Petersburg received the full set. So next year, in 1977, you have received another letter. Russian government was inviting you to join first international book fair in Moscow. So you came to Moscow again in September of 1977 with a lot of books, together with Prithuputra Swami, and you have received very nice response from the people. Some of these people, they became devotees few years later. They became devotees, like two Matajis. One of them, she is here. She met Guru Maharaj in 1977, but she became devotee in 1989. And she became disciple of Guru Maharaj. So, and you brought back in October of 77 very nice letter from Russian government to Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada was so proud. He was showing this letter to everyone who was coming to visit him. It was few weeks before Srila Prabhupada's departure, and also you printed first Russian book in 1977, and Srila Prabhupada told you that you have to make sure that this book will be distributed because it was very difficult at that time to distribute Russian books. Then you came, there was long period when you was not coming to Russia. Again you came in 88 again for the International Book Fair, and at that time International Society was registered in 88. It was registered in Moscow. So you had an opportunity to preach to the devotees, and some of them, they approached you to become your disciples. So I met you first time when you came to give initiation. It was May of 1990, and I became so inspired that I have asked, I joined 1 month before that, but I asked, can I be initiated? And they said, no, you just joined. So I was waiting for 2 years to become initiated. After first initiation, you became very sick when you gave this first initiation for 25 devotees. Your temperature became 42. For 7 days, you was in the hospital in Moscow after first initiation. So you took break for 2 years. No, was not initiation, any more disciples in Russia. But from 92, you started again to initiate devotees. And you have got many nice, inspired disciples in Russia, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan. Guru Maharaj, you was so inspired to preach that in the 90s you was coming for like 4 months, traveling all over Soviet Union. Every year, 1990, 1991, 1992, 94, for many years you were spending many months in Soviet Union. That's why the Krishna consciousness movement started to spread very widely in this area, and devotees are so thankful to you that you did this great service. So we have to very big debt for Guru Maharaj, and we have to carry his legacy. We have to put his instructions in our hearts that we never be separated. Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Thank you, Maharaj. Now I would like to call our Satyanarayan Prabhu, our Middle East BBT. Far East, Middle East, all the East.
Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Tanamane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaur Vrani Pacharane Nivasesha Shunyavari Paschirade Shitarane. I think all of us that were deeply touched by the mercy of Sri Gopal Krishna Maharaj have some passion in their heart to speak. So forgive me. But I feel that by Prabhupada's grace, I was able to see a unique side of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. And because in 1976, November 9th, Srila Prabhupada said to us that anyone who helps preach in the Muslim world, for that person, he takes the dust from their feet and puts it on his head. So this was, Prabhupada never said something like that before. And I think that the Gopal Krishna Maharaj and myself got so much mercy from Srila Prabhupada, because where I have the Arabic and Farsi languages, Hare Krishna. No, I'm not done yet. I just was trying to... where I was in his room when Prabhupada said that. So where I have the Arabic and Farsi languages to try to develop, Gopal Krishna Maharaj had the Urdu language, which is also, you can consider, certainly in the Middle East. So it was very touching whenever Gopal Krishna Maharaj would print a new book in Urdu. He would almost, in a childlike way, he would, when he would see me, he would come up and show me the new book. He didn't have to do that, but I think it's because of that shared experience with Srila Prabhupada. And he did it in such a way that was almost a childlike joy. So it wasn't just about the numbers, but it was the mercy that was felt from Srila Prabhupada for tackling some of the most difficult languages, which Urdu certainly is. It actually challenges, for sure, Arabic and Farsi. But so Maharaj seemed so happy to share that, and it was something that brought us very, very close together. And he had such a pure vision of giving Krishna consciousness to everyone, including the Muslim world. So I just wanted to share that mercy from Prabhupada. Gopal Krishna Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Premanandi. Thank you, Janardhan Maharaj.
And if you need that Arabic book, see Satyanarayan Prabhu. You can, yeah, right here, Matchless Gifts. Would like to let you know also there'll be part 2 of this here in Vrindavan, not in Delhi. Part 2 this evening at 5 p.m. Conference Hall, Guest House building. Okay? So you're all invited. Huh? What's that? No, Conference Hall. I don't know. We can go in there or here. You want it here? Okay, we'll do it here. All right? So those devotees whom failed to mention their name and call upon their names, you'll have your chance this evening. But hold, don't go yet. This is the best right now. The personal secretary of our Guru Maharaj for the last many years.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी इति नामिने प्रभुपादस्य साहित्यं ये प्रकाश्य वितीर्य च प्रचारं कृतवान् साधु भगवत्पदाय ते नमः. I just want to read my offering. Today we have all come here to glorify, to hear and to relish the memories of our beloved Guru Maharaj. I want to thank all of you from the core of my heart. I am sorry, but today I do not have the voice to speak much. As it is completely choked up. I beg for an apology in advance if I become emotional. Till today, I am unable to understand what austerity or pious activities I have done in my previous life to deserve Guru Maharaj's service. It is simply due to Guru Maharaj's causeless mercy. Devotees' causeless mercy. Because all of you, I have tried to serve Guru Maharaj for the last 12 to 15 years. Thank you very much. Today all the devotees glorify Guru Maharaj. I just want to share a few memories of his last days. From last 1 year, everybody knows Guru Maharaj health is not good. But he don't want to show it that he is not well. He don't want to lose his privilege to serve spiritual Srila Prabhupada, his spiritual master. So he don't want to show anybody that he is not well. So he's trying his best to serve as much as possible. He tried to attend all his meetings, tries his best. Sometime one session, sometimes second session on Zoom, but he tries his best. He reduces his traveling also. Even his doctors, senior disciples, God brothers, everybody is requesting, Maharaj, please slow down. Please, everybody was begging. And he is smiling and saying, please don't take the privilege to serve Srila Prabhupada. He was having very great pressure of initiating devotees. From last 1 year, he has a lot of pressure from all over the world. Everybody knows that Maharaj health is not good. So everybody wants to take initiation. Last year, in the month of May, we did a Delhi initiation. And that Delhi initiation, Maharaj was staying there. But the Delhi initiation was after 6 years. More than 800 candidates. Maharaj gave initiation in his room, not in Pandal, because it was very difficult for him. He was very much scared about giving initiation because he can't sit in Pandal for so long, 2 hours, 3 hours. So we made a plan, we requested him, Maharaj, don't worry, please. We'll manage in 1 week. You just sit in your room for 1 hour, half an hour, morning half an hour, evening half an hour, and we'll continue for 1 week. And the end of the week, we'll have a yagya. So the same way we did that in our Delhi temple. And so many initiations are pending. From last 1 year, Chandigarh candidates are requesting a lot. Since last 1 year, more than 600 candidates are there. in Chandigarh, all together, Punjab, Haryana, and many places. In between, we traveled Surat just to meet Vrindavan Das Prabhu for some seva. So devotees beg, same way devotees beg, Maharaj, please give initiation, we are ready. Maharaj said, no, it's not possible, I can't do it, I am tired, I can't sit. So again I requested him, Maharaj, we'll manage, please, just morning half an hour, evening half an hour. No need to go outside, you just be in your room, everybody will come and you give initiation, and last day we'll do the yagya. Every time when I am alone, when Maharaj was alone, he calls me, and every time he asks me, how can I do this initiation? I am very much scared. So every time we are requesting, Maharaj, please don't worry. So this way we finish that initiation in Surat also. More than 300 candidates. Earlier it was 150. And by end of the day it was more than 300. So somehow we finished that initiation. We came back to Delhi. Again Chandigarh initiation was pressure. Maharaj again and again he was saying, I want to stop giving initiation. We wrote to GBC. We requested Anant Tirtha Prabhu that please process Vaishnu Maharaj application and Pramodhanand Maharaj application as soon as possible. Even he told, they requested that, Maharaj, you are here, what is the hurry? Still he said, no, start the process, expedite the process. Because somehow he knows that the time has come. Every month, generally every month or maybe in 2 months, he comes to Vrindavan. But this year, from last 6 months, he was not here. From last Kartik, he came last Kartik. As Janardhan Maharaj mentioned how he performed his 2 days here, he did japa, everything, arti, everything, and he was happy. He knows what is the next Krishna's plan. We went back to Delhi, like initiation pressure is coming from Pune. I was fighting with devotees. Why are you pressurizing Maharaj? Don't decide the date. Let him come. Wait for 10 days, 15 days. When Maharaj will say, okay, now I am okay, then we'll make it for 1 week. But don't decide the date. Maharaj asking again and again how I'll do. I was trying to describe, Maharaj, make it easy. We'll do like this. Gurgaon initiation is pending. Everywhere initiation is pending. But I am not telling Maharaj. They are calling me, requesting me, but I am not telling Maharaj that people are calling me, so many initiations are pending. Because I don't want to give so much, because already he is scared of giving initiation. So I just want to share the last day incident, like last 2-3 days. On 29th, he decided like we'll go to Dehradun for a bureau meeting. Then he called me. He said, we are supposed to go in the afternoon because I don't allow to travel Guru Maharaj in the morning time, night time, because afternoon is the best time. He finishes all his seva, exercise, walk, everything. So we don't allow. Especially generally I fight with Maharaj for these things. So the same day also I fought. Maharaj said, Maharaj called me and I think Maharaj will say we'll leave by lunch, after lunch. But he called me and he said, I am tired. I don't want to go to Dehradun today. I'll go tomorrow early morning. Again I raised my voice and I fought. Maharaj, what is this? Morning time is not good for traveling. And I left that room because I don't want to argue anymore. After some time he called me again. Okay, we'll go in the afternoon. Afternoon flight, take afternoon flight. I said, Maharaj, okay. But again I asked Maharaj, if you are not feeling well, if you want to take rest, what is the use of going? I requested Maharaj, Zoom facility is there. Please attend on Zoom. Maharaj said, I am the host. Dehradun is a new center. And I have invited them to see the new center. And if I will not be there, then how they will feel? Actually, he is just thinking for everyone, but not thinking for himself. And he was saying, I have to do the Bhumi Puja. I said, Maharaj, anybody can do. Many sannyasis are going there. Bureau members, they can do it. Please don't go. Then he gave another reason. He is very expert for like this. He gave another reason. I said, Maharaj, take rest. Then we have to go to Chandigarh for initiation. If you will take sufficient rest for 3-4 days, then you will feel more comfortable and that we have already planned for 1 week initiation, not 1 day initiation. Morning 1 hour, evening 1 hour, and then the last day, yajna. I said, Maharaj, take sufficient rest, and then we'll go to Chandigarh. Maharaj said, if I'll not go to the bureau meeting and I'll go to Chandigarh, everybody laugh on me, that he is not coming for bureau meeting and he is going to make the disciples. So he said, no, I'll not go Chandigarh, I'll go to Dehradun. I again begged, Maharaj, please, your health is not good. I know. I reminded him, Maharaj, in last bureau meeting, you went to Ahmedabad, your health was not good. You went only for bureau meeting for 3 days, but you attended only 1 day, first day, first half, second day on Zoom, second day again, first half on Zoom, and third day only from Zoom. I reminded him, Maharaj, he said, really? Yes, Maharaj. Maharaj, you attended bureau meeting like this. And if you'll go to Dehradun, again this thing will happen. I'm scared. Maharaj said, no. Then again, I begged Maharaj many times. I said, Maharaj, please. I called Sandipni Krishna Prabhu. He's organizing Zoom over there, the special team from Bombay. They called special team for arranging Zoom sessions. He said, Guru Maharaj said, call Sandipni and ask, because I requested him, so he is trying to make his mind on for Zoom. He said, call Sandipni Krishna, check again that Zoom is available. Can I speak on Zoom? Facility is there. So I said, I didn't call Sandipni Krishna. I said, Maharaj, I called him. Everything is ready. So please don't go. So again, then he said, no, the meeting is supposed to start on 30th. This discussion was on 29th, so supposed to start on 30th. I said, Maharaj, when he decided that attend on Zoom second session. So I said, Maharaj, that is a little good idea. We'll attend here. We'll here attend like a Zoom session first part. Second session we'll attend on Zoom. We'll live there over there when we'll go there. So that then again after some time he called me. I don't want to go. Then again I started begging, Maharaj, it's a good idea, please don't go. Then he said, we'll decide tomorrow. So then he said, can you book Krishna Priya's my doctor phone ticket also? Because he has something in his mind. He told Krishna Priya, can you come with me also? So I booked 3 tickets. Krishna Priya's Prabhu's tickets, my Guru Maharaj and myself. And then he said, again after booking the tickets, he's keep discussing these things. Going, not going. And my answer was same. I am requesting, begging, please don't go, Maharaj. We'll arrange everything here on Zoom. Then he said, in the night, 9:30, I'll decide in the morning. Then morning he called me again at 5:30 and he said, no, we will go. I said, Maharaj, I can't argue with you, but my wish is not like to go. You should stay and attend here only because of your health is not good. He said, I want to take rest, that is why I took rest for one more day, but we have to go, we'll go. Then we went there. I was very much careful because we were traveling in plane and Maharaj said, don't hold my hand. I don't need so much devotees. Sometimes I generally don't help Maharaj because he allows other devotees like Ajay Gaurang Prabhu, Yoginath Prabhu, Vishwambar Gaur Prabhu. So that time in flight, generally Yoginath, Damodar Prabhu, generally they also travel. We started traveling with 3-4 devotees. So this time we are going only three, Maharaj, myself and Krishna Priya Prabhu. So in the plane, I already booked the wheelchair, everything. I called wheelchair and I tried because he is not used to take my help. Generally, sometimes his mind is like that he gave me other services and take help from Yoginath and Ajay Gaurang. So that day I was there. So I am trying to help at every moment. So he said, I don't want so much help. I'll manage. Somehow we reached Dehradun. He was happy. He was determined, so he attended the last 2 hours of the first day, second session, last 2 hours, 5 to 7. And then next day again Bhumi Puja, he was to attend that. That time also he was saying, I'm not feeling good. I'm not able to walk properly. I said, no problem, Maharaj. We'll walk in the room. Then your body will get means his body is little stiff. So I said, Maharaj, we'll walk here in the room. When you'll get confidence, then we'll go outside. So I walked with Maharaj. Devotees were there. Other devotees also walked. So then after 3-4 rounds, he said, now I can walk. Because he don't want to use wheelchair. I keep fighting with him only for this thing. Maharaj try to use stick or wheelchair. We can't afford any more falls. Already 3 falls happened. Vrindavan, Ahmedabad and Mayapur. 3 falls. I requested Maharaj, this is Krishna's indication that we have to be more careful. We can't afford any more falls. He listens because everybody put pressure. Then sometime when he feels that I can walk, I can stand. So he tried himself also. So next day same thing happened. As usual, he forget to call, because when he used washroom, we open the door, like not keep unlock, and devotees waiting outside. Generally he used to call from there. And this time he forget to call and he slipped. And suddenly he called, and devotees, the other devotee Yoginath was there, so he went inside. But when generally we falls, we don't have the pain. Pain started after 2-3 hours. He dressed up, he took shower, he dressed up, he did his puja. And when he started to get up from his chair, puja chair, he shouted, he was, because of pain, he so much pain. So then everybody scared. Then we said, Maharaj, please take rest, lie down on your bed. What happened, Maharaj? Because he was not telling that he fall down. Maharaj, what happened? Well, this is little, because it was there was no external injury. It's a very heavy red marks over there at the back side. So he said, call the Shautar. I was not there because I was in the next room. He immediately said, call the Shautar and Krishna Priya, my doctor Krishna Priya Prabhu. Immediately we came. Krishna Priya Prabhu was there. I came after 2 minutes. Then he, exactly I don't remember, no, I don't know who said, I didn't heard that, but somebody heard and told me that Maharaj told, I made a mistake. Don't shout on me. Means now don't tell me that you should not come to Dehradun. Maybe Krishna Priya, he was talking to Krishna Priya Prabhu or talking to whom I don't know. Somebody told me. So I totally shattered. I said, what to speak now? Just try to make Maharaj comfortable. So I said, Maharaj, then we called nurse, the local nurse. Fortunately, she was there, a devotee. She saw that Maharaj, that injury. She said, I think there is no bone fracture because there is no more redness, bluish. So maybe she gave the pain injection, and immediately after breakfast, he took rest for some time, like after 15-20 minutes, and we said, Maharaj, we have to go to hospital to check if any fracture is there. We can have prasad and let's go. Because he was feeling so much pain. Then he went, and after that, you know all the episode. This happened. We are trying our best to stop Maharaj. Because many times I feel that he knows that traveling is his troubling part. Many times when he books his tickets for America, many times he asks Janardhan Maharaj, shall I go? I want to go tomorrow. Maybe 2 days later. He even checked with Bhanu Maharaj, shall I go? Can I go? So many times he feels something like that. So this time also, I think this time he knows, but he want to die on battlefield, not lying on bed. So he went, at the last moment also he did his responsibility. Even while lying on the bed, he was crying and writing a letter for bureau members. He said, I want to write a letter for my resignation. Maharaj, please take rest. No need to write. I'll go personally and tell them. No, I want to write. And he wrote a long letter, resignation letter, requested bureau members. And he requested, I can't come for meeting. My health is not well. He wrote the same lines also. This lines also. This thing happened. He knows what is to be happen. I want to share, I don't want to much, but I have many sweet memories to share. Today I will share only one. It's like in the starting, it's like in 2013 or 2012 or 13. In early days of my as a secretary. I also tried to do fasting for Kartik. So I tried fasting for Kartik for 4 months just on fruits. I lost my weight for more than 30 kg. He was busy in meetings and somehow he didn't recognize that thing. But somebody told that Maharaj, Dashavatara Prabhu is not eating anything. So he called me, just that time he's about to finish my 4 months. And he called me immediately. He said, "You are fasting? You are not eating anything?" So I was scared. I said, "Maharaj, is just Kartik." So I tried to do this 4 months fasting. He said, "I can't take service from whomever who is fasting whole day, like not eating anything. It is an offense for me." He said like that. He's very careful for taking service from anybody. Even Ekadashi, generally devotees go for massage in the evening. On Ekadashi days, he asked everybody who is on full fast. So if somebody says, "Maharaj, I am," so he said, "Please go and take rest. I don't want to take service today." And even the book distributors, they generally comes for massage evening. So he said, "I don't want to take service from book distributors. You are doing great service for Prabhupada. I don't want to take massage from you." So it's like that. He was very careful of taking service from anyone or any favor from anyone. So this is the we have a lot of sweet memories with our Guru Maharaj. I hope we will keep relishing and inspiring ourselves to serve Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. I want to thank all the devotees for helping me in Guru Maharaj service, and I beg all the devotees for forgiveness if I have hurt anyone, either intentionally or unintentionally, in Guru Maharaj service as his secretary. I request all the senior devotees to please keep me under your guidance for the next chapter of my Krishna conscious spiritual journey in Srila Prabhupada's service. I want to thank all of you for giving me this opportunity to speak and glorify Guru Maharaj. Thank you. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyarcha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Everybody give standing ovation. This is the last for this afternoon. Thank you, Das Avatar Prabhu. Thank you for your service to our Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. So we'll end now the session. We'll have part 2 here this evening again at 5 p.m. The same program will be like, yes, we'll have the crowd, the general crowd outside, yatris or visitors to go that way, again that way, and then they'll exit gate number 2. The arrangement remains as it is. Please tell Uddhava Bandhu Prabhu we're doing part 2 here, and the Bhagavad Gita class may be cancelled. Okay? We call you up this evening, especially the temple presidents under his zone, so that you'll have, and those who have really close association of Guru Maharaj. I will call your names just in case I forget you. You give your name to Dharmatma Prabhu, and we'll make arrangement. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj Ki! His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj Ki! His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj Ki! Srila Prabhupada Ki! Srila Prabhupada Ki! Srila Prabhupada Ki! Nitai Gaur Shitana Premanande! Hari Om Tat Sat. Prasadam time.